We should be good to go. Hello,
Cool.
hello.
Isn't it awesome how our actual life is like mirroring our game right now? That's my recap. Anyway, sorry.
I
Go ahead, Kelly.
I don't like disrupt. I do like disruptions. It's fine.
You don't right now at the
I
beginning of the video.
know,
You
cause
actually hate it with a fiery
I
passion, which is why I
do.
love doing it just
It's
every once in a while to
so
remind you of
frustrating.
my trolling.
Because I just love the saying the same thing every time. Like I think because I control the button, I can just hop into it, and then you get me.
See, you tell us when you're hitting the button. You do this whole process of, and we're live, so I know exactly the moment to fucking start talking right before you start talking, because you do this like in breath, like 1 second right before you say hello, hello, hello. And so I can just get in there. I can just get in there. Anyway,
See, I would
I'm
change it up
sorry.
if I wanted to, but I'm just so used to it doing it for almost 2 years now. Like,
No, 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 no. It's a beautiful intro. You should do that intro every time, and I promise I'll do it like only once every 6 months, where I am the one that
because Corey will do it the other time,
not every other time.
not every other time.
We
Yeah.
gotta get you like once every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
Just.
definitely. I'm here for it, even
I'm
though
sorry.
I'm so salty right now.
I love you. You know I love you. I'm making you a shawl.
That's true. So I could forgive you for it.
Yeah, out of cotton fabric, by the way, which I
Nice.
didn't actually 100% realize till it came, and I was like, oh, hot. Guess I need to buy more of this.
Nice. Well, I'm Kelly. I'm the dungeon master. That's all you're getting from me today.
Hi, I'm Corey. Because we're not doing last names now or anything else because democracy has failed. The great experiment is over.
That's
Um,
okay.
and we now live in a fascist state. Um, awesome.
Woo! Yeah. So, sup? I'm Leia, and you're assuming Corey that democracy was ever successful in America. Continuing on to the next
You
person.
can fail without ever first being successful.
It's not your turn, Corey. It's Eric's turn. Be quiet.
I'm Eric, and to quote Emperor Palpatine, I love democracy. I
Yes.
like my country.
This is now just a political podcast.
When was it ever not? Let's be real. Just like how I posit that comics are always political, so is D&D.
Well, I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
we've been
there's the element that the
literally.
personal is political, and thus everything is political. But the first episode wasn't explicitly political.
I mean, like, we literally are in a world in which, like, fantastically, we are in a world in which it's been taken over by the redcoats and like all this insanity. And like red and orange are pretty similar, you know?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
as colors, kind of close.
Ish. Sorry, the dogs are doing the dog thing. One day, when we are able to go face to face again, you won't have to hear Bowie yelling at who's ever outside. But that day is not today.
Nope.
Uh,
Your last year of PhD work will be able to come back.
mm,
Great.
what happened last year?
Oh my god, a fucking
What?
clown was playing before our stream go.
Bubba.
I think Honda.
That is entertaining.
Incredible. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Well, for stream at
That
least.
gives us free range
No.
to do whatever we want. It's
Oh
dangerous.
god, I'm so fucking hurt already.
Oh. Oh god, I have to get my character sheet. Oh, I'm not hurt. That's right.
I gotta say, having a +1 to initiative really sucks.
Yeah. Fun reminder for those playing spellcasters, but specifically wizards, invest in dex. Plus
Yup.
initiative and AC. I would argue it's probably more important than con. Um,
Poor wizards.
I kind of made the decision with Nunor to put put points into wisdom and charisma because I felt that that was more in line with who her character is. Because I had to get the +5 in int, obviously, and then I had somehow a +3 in con, but that's because I think I had a 15 and I took resilience, so that way, because my character doesn't do like offensive spells, so concentration is super important, right?
Yup.
That's fair.
So what happened last week?
Last week was a tricky one.
It was.
So if Ash were doing this recap,
Let's
he
have
would
Ash do
say-
the recap.
Yeah, let's get an in-character recap.
I love in-character recaps.
all right. Takes the mic, kinda like test it out a little, you know. And he says, "I would like to make a formal apology to my comrade for breaking the rules of this amazing competition. And I can only say thank you for allowing us to continue in this fight, even at a disadvantage." And that is how he would recap that entire episode.
Amazing.
But actually, seriously, no, we gotta go get a thing. We gotta go get this whatever the fuck this artifact is. We gotta win.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did the first 2/3 of one fight before Franz killed a dude.
Straight up murked him. Twice.
I mean, I would say that because of DM rules and player miscommunication,
I was very confused.
I mean, I will give you the drop to zero
he
one.
murked a dude.
I will give you the drop to 0-1 as a kind of misunderstanding. I'm not giving you the double down the health because that is raw.
That is fair. That character had like 4 health left, and you decided to just do Boom and Blade and the whole bit. I just like went ham.
In fair, even without Booming Blade, I probably still would have murked him.
Yeah, but it was like the extra. It was the extra. Yeah, and also sneak attack is optional. You could have decided not to do that, but you did it, and that's fine.
I mean, again, I'm
And
still
now
very
you have to
confused
be
about what. You know what? We don't need to recap that. That's not the point. That is not the point.
You can deal an extra blank d6 damage. You don't have to deal the extra d6 damage when you hit a creature. You can choose to unsneak attack. You can choose to, I don't know. What's the opposite
loud
of
about
sneak?
it. My cat.
What is the opposite? There's like an O word, right? That's like supposed to be obvious. Obvious attack. You could have done obvious attack.
Or the rules could have been more, better communicated and not get, squashed down into an argument about what's raw and not. I don't know.
However, that has led to we got went to a back room. Franz got kind of told, but not really, because he never actually takes any criticism to heart, which is fine.
And fair.
And then we are back in the ring playing as two. Me and Ash and Nor are back in the ring, and Franz is gonna try and be a sneaky boy.
Yeah.
And
speaking of sneaky boy, what are you doing? So let me describe where Franz was emptied out. Go ahead.
It might be useful. That was a very convoluted. I'm gonna give the 1-sentence summary.
Okay.
The 1-sentence summary is: arena combat. Gotta get an artifact. Franz broke the rules, perhaps unintentionally. Now there's only 2 left. Franz doing sneaky shit. There's your one.
That's not any less convoluted, for the record.
But it was all in one moment, right? It was just one moment.
Lone moment. And also, arguably, I mean, brevity doesn't need necessarily 1 sentence. I don't know. Maybe we should clausally break down that sentence.
Shut up!
No. It has been over 10 minutes. I need some dice rolls. All right, so Franz,
This is
you
part
were
of life. What do you mean, Kelly? This is how we do things. I don't understand. Why are you trying to stop what has already become a true pattern here?
because I'm a broken person. Um,
I mean, that's true, but
Just
you're in the
like
right
America.
place. So
true.
you're among friends, Kelly.
That
We're
is
all
true.
broken people. But if you, well, I
It's a
guess.
prerequisite for grad school, and if you're not a broken person, they break you anyway.
I mean, and break. You come in. You can come in broken, and they will break you. Both of those things happen.
That is true.
I don't know if Eric identifies as a broken person, so I don't want to speak.
Oh,
for
I'm a
Eric,
Christian. I'm certainly a broken person. It's like that's theology 101, babe.
I love it. I think my favorite thing was I think Ati mentioned it. I was talking with Ati last night, and he was like, I don't know if it's the whole Christian thing, but people trust Eric too much when he's the imposter. Like all he has to do is say he isn't it, and people believe him. And I thought it was really funny how
That's because Eric says things with trustworthiness.
I know.
That is his. That is your tone, Eric. It is a tone of trustworthiness.
I
That's
also
a
like to
good
call
thing.
it the air of bullshit.
See, and Ati is just like, so like, Ati just says everything with a like, this is like the world itself is a lie. Therefore, everything he says is a lie. Therefore, he says everything with a tone of, you probably shouldn't trust anything I say because everything is wrong.
Yup.
Like,
There. I
I love him. But
I just to respond to Ati for just a quick sentence. I think part of that might also be because half the time I'm the imposter, I just outright end up giving it away. Like because like if I get caught, I'll just be like, yeah, you got me. And I think that makes it more likely for people not to think you're the imposter if it seems like you're willing to give it up.
oh, 100%. That's how Ash and Alabaster, like as both people, work. He tells people up front, you should not trust me. And then they trust him implicitly.
Of course, I'm gonna trust the person who told me not to trust them.
Right, because they'll be truthful because they're telling me the truth by telling me that they are always lying. And then you could just like, be blatant about stuff and still manage to get stuff done.
Speaking of getting stuff done, Franz, when you got ejected from the arena, there's a so this whole place is underground. There's a sort of large pathway. Imagine like you're going to a baseball stadium and you're in essentially the parking lot of the stadium. Then what the first entranceway is kind of getting through with the sort of like the ticket area, and that's where you're in like the little concessions bit, and then the going through the second bit would be getting back into the stadium. So, sorry, the arena. So, what I have here to sort of simulate it, it is supposed to be a dome. So, just pretend that this stretches out. It's not just a square, it's an actual sort of like donut shape. But you are currently in the parking lot. There is a large entryway, and you did this the first time where you just kind of show. What was I gonna say? You just kind of state your name or your alias. They mark you down. You get a ticket, and then you give the ticket to the people inside. You would currently have a ticket as a performer there because this is where you would pay the money to get in. And then you would be able to get inside, and then you would have to show your ticket to the second level to go, but you would have to go to the appropriate entrance. I assume you're not showing any tickets, but I wanted to let you know the regular means of getting in. What is your passive perception?
My passive percept is quite high. 1 second. 21.
Okay. So two things. You would know one when you went in beforehand, that every guard before like talking to someone who is dressed up, and actually, or that they're like pretty much no illusion magic coming into this area. You also coming in the first time noticed that there was some sort of device, not necessarily a trap, but definitely something to keep people out who should not go in yet. So if you wanted to give me an in check.
19.
Okay. You feel like there's something about them confirming whether or not someone is using illusion magic at the door is related somehow to the device that is around the door. So it's almost like a like a ding dong bell when you walk into a shop. So it's like at the top of the archway. The archway is about 10 feet tall.
Text Richard. He might be home.
Um, then you are able to see it. You know what you see it. The position is not the
Okay.
question, but what it does and how to disable it is another story. What do you do?
Right, 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 right. What do I want to do? I have a couple ideas.
Hmm. And right now there's a couple of people there. Like it's enough where there is some light distraction because the guards are there, they're shooting the shit. Right now it's like a downtime, so the only people that are meandering are just the ones that aren't interested in the current fights that are going on, and they're just stepping out for like a smoke or something.
All right. What I want, so I can see the device.
Not currently, because I'm gonna say you're far back, like you kind of got kicked out. You're sitting on a bench, like right now. This, like, as you're asking questions, this is you sitting off without arousing suspicion. When you
Right,
walked
I'm
in,
back gathering. Yeah.
right, so when you walked in the first time, you noticed that device with your passive perception.
Right, but I could see it. It's like visible.
Oh yes, it is visible. You can't see it from your current position, but when you're about within 30 feet of it, you would be able to see it. It's small. It's somewhat hidden, but because you saw it, you know where to look for it.
Cool. Okay, I can deal with that. 1 second. So, what's the lay of this parking lot? Is there like an area I can get kind of close but hide? Is like what do I see?
So it's pretty open.
I like the
The
idea that it's a parking lot.
Well, it's the best way I could describe it.
No, that it's fine. I was just thinking parking lot in medieval times.
Yeah, where you put your horses. Um, the only thing that you could really hide behind right now are people that are meandering about. Like there's also like probably some tailgate parties going on right now as well. So you might be able to hide within, or make yourself hidden within a small crowd. Um, but
Is there
within
like a
30.
dumpster nearby that I could like hide behind?
Let me see. I'm gonna roll a percentage die to see if there's one in a kind of. 1 second. Where the fuck is my D10? There it is. Unfortunately, there's not a dumpster or something large that you can hide behind, but there is a small pile of trash. So you would have to be crouched and kind of essentially prone.
I mean, that's fine. I don't really need like being prone's not an issue. Can I try to hide behind that?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
So that is a 13 plus 13, so
Ha.
26.
Yep. Yeah, you feel pretty confident because the guards, they're not looking out for danger right now. They're just, looking for, they're only really addressing people that come up to them. So you're able
Okay.
to sneak your way over to it.
Okay, so I want to. So I'm going to use my Mage Hand. So Mage Hand is a conjuration spell.
Yep.
But because I'm an Arcane Trickster rogue,
You could turn it
it is
invisible.
it just is invisible, and it's still and I believe it still counts under conjuration. So I want to move my hand up there and see if I could, with the hand, fuck the machine up.
Okay, 1 second. The range is 30 feet. I will give that to you, absolutely. So, um, the hand can attack, activate magic items. So I would say that this is not activating a magic item since you're doing the opposite of it. I am going to say that you will have disadvantage from this position, because you can't really see the mechanics, but you can't really see the tumblers of a key, either.
Yeah,
So that's why it's
it's more
possible.
like yeah, it's more like brazenly trying to fuck it up. It's like a MacGruber situation where like it's like 5 seconds left. It really doesn't matter what we're doing. I'm just gonna cut the red wire kind of situation. Fuck the integrity of it, I guess. But yeah, that's fine. So what am I rolling here?
Roll me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage. I'm just imagining that you're just kind of like trying to jiggle it. It can only, handle up to 10 pounds, so it can't like do much, but like you're just trying to, do whatever you can to affect it.
Yeah, so I rolled a 14 and a 17, so I'll take the 14, obviously. That's a 14 plus 9. So, good old 23.
Okay. You're not sure if it worked or not. The guards are not looking. What do you do? Your hand definitely
Yo,
did something.
did something. I don't know. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna YOLO. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and just try to walk through.
All right. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
24.
Here's a question that I have. Do you go to the right side or the left side? Like, kind of leaning right or leaning left?
You mean like there's two different pathways,
It's
or
like a 20-foot opening. So do you go towards like the left or the right side of it?
um? Okay. Well, I guess I would go the direction. I guess I'm like trying to get to like the administrative part, so my character
Oh
would
no,
try to.
sorry. What I'm saying is when you walk into the door. Imagine it like a set of double doors and both set of double doors are open. Do you go through the left double door or the right double door?
Oh, okay. That's a very strange question. Now I feel like there's a right one. Do I get a sense of like which door would be easier to get through? Maybe there's like the size of the guard that might sway me, or I don't
So,
know.
sorry, I'm just like it's an open entrance. It's not like a door. I'm just asking what side do you lean to or like kind of walk towards, because like you can't take up the whole space because it's, 20 feet wide. So the guards themselves are seem pretty even sized. You can make me a perception check.
Um, thank God for reliable talent. That's going to be a 21.
All right, you don't perceive any difference between going from one side and the next.
Yeah, I guess I would go to try to like go down the middle as possible, but I probably lean right. I don't know. I'm sorry, that's a very
Yeah.
strange. I
I mean,
didn't.
No, no,
it's
Yeah.
a weird
it's a
question
weird
because
it's a weird
it feels
question.
like it feels like there's a right answer, and
There
it's
is a
like,
right answer.
but like
That's why
there's
I'm.
no evidence that the PC has as to what the right answer could be. So
I
it's like
know that's
it's
because
kind of almost
it's
meaningless to them.
literally an invisible barrier. It's hard for me to give information on that. So Franz, when you so you go towards the middle, and you're like kind of edging towards the right, and your right shoulder hits into the barrier, with a soft thunk noise, and the guards look up, kind of in alarm, like, because they heard something, but immediately they reach out to, towards the front to start feeling around, but you realize that when you thunk to the right side, that your left shoulder was able to sort of pass through a bit, so you quickly do like a little like tuck and roll, to the left side, because your mage hand didn't completely get rid of the barrier, but it like lifted the sort of like wiring up on one side that
Okay.
caused a so the guards seem to be on some alert, but they don't believe that the gear itself is malfunctioning, so they're currently looking outside of the space for whoever thunked against it, while you are safe on the opposite side.
Okay.
Which direction are you looking to go? Or, like, what are you looking for?
Yeah. So my under like I feel like my character has like already been here and has a basic layout. Um, and so kind of building off that, I guess like
Mm-hmm.
the areas that don't seem as well traversed, that seem more administrative, um, that seem like this is if you go to a stadium, there's like clearly parts of the stadium where you can see like workers go through,
Yep.
where maybe they take money boxes, just those areas that are clearly off limits, and in normal non-burglary situations, you just would avoid that part because you have no reason to be over there.
Exactly. So yeah, give me a stealth check to get into those areas. Let me know what you're looking for specifically once we decide whether or not you're successful getting into those areas, and then
Yeah,
we're gonna move
28.
back. Yep.
Is
Okay.
that with advantage, by the way? Because he's
Oh
invisible
yeah.
still.
Did you use
Okay, let's see.
advantage?
Sorry, it's even with disadvantage, it's impossible for me to get lower than a 10 in anything that I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have really high rolls. Yeah, so it's gonna be 28.
Okay.
So what I'm looking for is I feel like Franz kind of has made like these kind of like petty robberies before. Maybe not specifically here because this is rather newer.
Yeah.
But I feel like what he would be looking for is where anything that seems maybe particularly labeled, like looks like an office space or is unlabeled. Um, I guess where's Franz? So Franz has gone into one of these areas. What is around him right now?
Yeah, so what's around you right now is it's about 30 to more like 50 feet of space to get to the stairs that lead down to the arena. That's where people check the ticket and make sure that you're in the right section before showing you to your seat. There's people wandering around for concessions such as, like food. There's actually merchandise at this point, very crudely made of like, people's favorite wrestlers. And as you know from King, Tooth and Tarek are some of the most popular ones. They clearly have a following here. Because they're the only ones with proper merchandise made. The other ones are just like very crudely made tonight, to sell so that people can like hold up signs for their,
Yeah.
Favorite person.
You should
Um,
have done merchandising.
you should have.
Fuck, it's got to be like the Umbrella Academy. I guess what Franz would be specifically looking for is anything that seems guarded.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's where anything value. I mean, obviously anything valuable would be kept.
Yep. Give me an investigation check.
I swear it's a crit.
Nice. All right, yeah. So you poke around for a little bit. After this, we're gonna go to the other one because this would have taken some time for you to complete. But you walk around halfway through the stadium, and on the east side, you notice that and it's actually by one of the, it's what was I gonna say? It's kind of there's a pathway from like ticket sales to this booth, and behind that booth there seems to be a hallway um, to the administrative side, and there's also a set of doors so people can like there's someone working like behind the ticket counter in a way there, but then there's also an entryway to the right of it, and it's guarded by two people, and you pause and you wait, and someone walks through there, and in like the sort of moments as before the door closes, you slip right into the other side. But we'll resolve that later. Let's go
Can we
to.
say for
Go ahead.
flavor that I accidentally like I don't know it like snapped my butt cheeks a little bit, and I was able to like not yelp. I was able to keep calm
Uh huh.
just for flavor.
I dig it. Totally fine. Franz gets the football bro slap by the door. Ash and Nor, you are just victorious after beating the Little Bastards, a group of dwarves, who only lasted a couple rounds before you got the better of them. And
That's hypnotic pattern for you.
yep. And now you are about to face the Hellblazers. Is there anything you do to prepare?
Okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do the thing that I described last time.
Uh huh.
We agreed that I could do that, right? Like
We did agree that you could
the...
do that.
All right, so I walk into the center of the stage, and I can kind of do like the like the make some noise, like throwing up my hands a little bit,
Uh huh.
and then
Ash, do
I'm
you
just
want to
gonna.
help her out with that?
Yeah. Yep. I can help with that. I'm.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm gonna let you go, and then I'll go.
and I cast prestidigitation to make my voice boom,
Uh huh.
and I'm gonna say, "You want to see something amazing?" And then
And the
I'm
crowd
gonna
goes
polymorph. Okay, the crowd goes.
absolutely fucking wild when they see this beast.
Yeah, so I turn into a T-Rex. All right. Oh, I should probably get the T-Rex staff block up.
Okay. So, what do these guys look like?
Well, here's what happens. They are three tieflings, two red, one orange. Give
I'm
me
15 by
a
15, by the way.
perception check.
Well, I'm also gonna cast unseen servant with the command to simply distract as much as possible. So these are things
Nice.
like tapping on shoulder. Like I know that they can't like trip anybody or anything like that,
But
but the
it could
goal
take
would
the help
be
action,
right. It can take
essentially.
the help action, and it can also it can also just kind of like be there to maybe distract one of the enemies. Um, as we go, my perception is an 18.
Okay. There's something familiar about the two red tieflings. You can't put your finger on it because you're all, kind of dressed up. But there's something
Sure.
familiar in their stature and demeanor.
Okay.
And, Nor, as you transform, so one of them, let me just describe them. The one, R to the left, one second. I'm just pulling up their stats. He is sort of um, like a swimmer build or a runner build, thin but muscular, and wearing light clothing. The
Chomp.
Yep. The other one is dressed in half plate with a sword and a shield. And then the third one is wearing wizard robes, very much like Nor. And as she turns into a T Rex, he looks shocked at first, and then he smiles and he
He's
goes,
like, I've seen a T-Rex now.
"Thanks for the idea." And also cast polymorph on himself. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh,
One sec, do I have dispel? I just need to know if I have dispel magic.
If you want,
I do.
I
Oh.
will give you a counter spell if you want to be a dick to him.
I can't. Oh, I can't. But
yeah. Sorry to metagame, y'all.
But I think I have a bard in the party who's a super genius.
I mean, I can use one of my third level spells right now, or we can hold it for the bigger bad boys, because we have 3 more fights, right?
Yes.
We gotta. You also have to make it through this one.
That's fair. Okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, he'll counterspell.
Roll me an ability check because it is a level 4 spell, so the DC is 14.
What ability do I use for that?
Your spell casting, so it's just. I think
Okay.
As if you're making it.
But no, you're
16.
jack of all trades too, so it's,
Yes.
you get a bonus to it too.
Yep. That's
plus
why they're
18.
so good.
Yo, I fucking love this. So he starts to grow, like you watch his body begin to morph into a T-Rex, but then Asha goes, no, no, no. And he starts morphing back down. I didn't
Yeah,
even put a
and
number.
so Ash will like for the crowd like put his arms out and just kind of like start big and just like go with him as he gets smaller and like shake his finger. Um
That is
That's our trick.
fucking amazing. That was his 1 level 4 spell slot. So he is
Get fucked, little wizard.
pissed.
get wrecked, bitch.
The funny thing is, like they all have stage names, but this guy's real name is Rex, and I made that before y'all T-Rexed up. Let's roll for initiative.
Rex is gonna get rexed, and that's making me very, very happy
I'm moving
inside.
in to bite Rex right away. That's.
But my initiative is 25.
Okay.
Oh, I got a good initiative roll. I rolled a natural 17. 17. Because I'm using the T-Rex, right? Or do I use mine?
You use the
Is that-
T-Rex.
Okay, yeah, 17.
Yeah, you use your mental stats, but they're physical stats, I believe.
No, I think that's only with druids in wild shape. I think
Oh.
when
Yeah.
I transform into this,
You are effectively that thing.
I am that
Oh.
thing.
Crazy.
Which does mean I lose my resilient con when I make my con checks, but I still have +4, so.
All right, Ash, you are up first. What do you do?
Okay, so I've got 2 red tieflings and 1 orange one. Which one did the T-Rex bit?
Ari, the orange one, the
Okay,
wizard.
So
That now looks very scared.
R-E. Okay, I thought you said Ari because I used to have a friend named Ari, like A-U-R-I was his name, and I was like, wait, which one's Ari? Like.
Got it.
So in that case, he will leave that wizard to the wizard, and
I mean, just kill him. That's my goal.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I mean, yeah, okay, I can go to either of these bad boys. Do I have any idea what kind of armor they have on? Like who
Yeah,
looks
so
like the batter boy?
the batter boy looks like Victor. I'm just gonna tell you their like real names, not their stage names, because it doesn't matter. So Victor is wearing a half plate and bearing a sword and shield. Rodrigo is thin, muscular, and wearing light clothing.
Okay, and is that R or RE with that
Ari is
their
Rex.
shield and shit?
Very,
Oh,
Victor.
so V and R.
Yeah.
Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20,
very
25,
quick question for the
30.
DM.
Yeah.
I'll wait till well, the hit points of the T-Rex. Do you want me to just do the standard stat block, or do you want me to actually roll 13d12 plus 52?
Whichever you prefer.
Let's roll. It's kind of fun. Since I can do it on Google.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I will go for R because that is the one I can get to.
Sounds
basically. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna whack a bitch, I think, because that makes sense to me. I think.
good. Sounds good.
All right.
2 1s and 3 2s.
Oof.
But it's okay. I still have 117. A nice boost to your HP.
Okay, that's gonna be a 25, 17, and an 18.
All 3 hit.
Really? Okay. Cool.
Their armor class is 17.
Nice. Go me. All right. Rolling damage. Where the fuck is my other D8? Why? Why? Y'all, that's 47 damage off the top.
Nice.
You drop him.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, he was already injured. Like, they have been through several fights. Like
I guess I
they,
didn't ask how bad he looks.
yeah.
I would. Okay, so here's the bit. I
You didn't
would
one shot
not.
him though. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
That's
cool. That's what I. That's. I wanted to make sure I wasn't one-shotting him. That's
no,
really.
because that's across three. Like it's one shot, as in
Yeah.
like you make one attack and you do 47, and he has not been injured.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
full HP to 0
in
is
one
with one hit.
attack. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Awesome. I just wasn't entirely sure. Cool. Well, great. I guess I'll just hang out then.
Yep. And he had 40 HP, so it wasn't like one of your attacks would have gone to someone else.
Yeah.
If that.
Um.
Next up is the fighter, who will.
I want to go.
Next, you're next. Who is going to 5, 10, 15, 20,
Jump.
25, 30. And he is going to make 2 attacks at you.
Okay.
1 second.
AC's 13.
Yep.
Nat 1. Throw out the nat 1.
Oh my god! That is 2 nat 20s! I'm not fucking kidding.
Hell yeah!
So it's important to do them in order because I'm going to have to concentration check. After the
Yeah,
first
I'm just taking a picture of this because I can't
Why didn't
fucking
I pick Warcaster? Now that I think about it,
believe
Warcaster
it.
makes more sense than Resilient Con.
Yeah.
I think we're Resilient Con's better.
Sorry, I just
This
can't
situation, I guess.
believe that happened.
Resilient Con is better in the sense because like if I'm concentrating not in polymorph, but I think I get to would I get to keep Warcaster in if I was polymorphing myself? Would I still get advantage on the con checks?
I would say your feats carry over.
So my Resilient Con does carry over.
I would say so.
Yay! That's good. That means I have plus 8.
So the first attack does 14 damage.
14.
Yep.
All right.
So make me a
So I'm
con
just
check.
Counting up 14. So that just means I have to break 10, 18. Easy peasy.
Yep, and you watch him heal up a little as he draws the life out of you. And then the second attack,
Out of magic, basically.
he rolls awful. The next one was 13 damage.
Okay.
And he once again heals up from that. One
Even better,
second.
24 or 25 healing
Okay.
on the con check, so
So he
I'm doing just
siphons the health out of you, and suddenly all the cuts and bruises that were on his face just look better. And next up, we have T-Nor.
All right. So first of all, I this is very minor, but I am 15 by 15. I'm a
Yep.
huge creature, and I'm going to just stomp past V towards RE and get in between them, so I don't leave V's thing.
Yep.
But I'm planning because the way the T-Rex works, is
You
just
bite
make
one,
2
you tail
casts.
the other.
Yeah, you bite one, tail the other. So I'm gonna bite RE and I'm gonna tail V.
I love it.
So I like just stomp. I know it just for flavor. I stomp like over V because I'm so big. I can just like
Yep.
crawl over him. I'm gonna attack RE.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
All right, so that does. I'm gonna roll this. This is 4d12, and they need to make. Oh no, they're just grappled. So I grab them in my mouth, crunch down, and just tear them up in in my mouth, and they're restrained. And so that will do 15 plus 12, so 27 plus 7, so 34 piercing damage.
He is
As
down.
The teeth just gnaw into them. Oh, then I will very gently put them on the and then my tail will whip out behind me and try to smack the fighter.
Uh-huh.
23 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so that'll do 3d8 plus 7. Ooh, that's the first 2 are a 2 and a 1. So 9, 16 total damage as the tail whips out and smashes it and slams him in the side.
Nice. Next up, the other 2 are out, so I'm just gonna take them out of the lineup. Ash, it is your turn again.
I do very gently. Like,
Oh, jeez.
Don't die. Don't die.
Okay.
And I let out just a.
The crowd has never been louder. The announcers, Grata and Ermine, are just going ham on the fucking megaphone right now. Even you, Franz, you can hear, "Oh my god, I've never seen anything like it, guys!" You know, just completely. And you know that someone is fucking shit up hard in the arena right now.
All right, so that is 27, 23, and a 13
The first two hit.
to attack. I figured the 13 did not hit, but
Yeah.
you know.
Might as well try. My T-Rex has only an AC of 13. You could have hit me with that.
Okay, 34 points against V.
All right, this guy is barely clinging on. So you walk over and you slash down, getting like into his shoulder with one, and then you try and get with the dagger, but it just chinks off his shield. And then you use your right-handed weapon again to kind of dig right into his side, and he looks at you and he snarls, and he turns to Nor once again and keeps attacking. Go ahead.
Just so for the flavor of it, I am
Uh-huh.
wielding a longsword and a rapier.
Oh, I'm
because
sorry.
It's not a dagger.
Yup,
But
absolutely.
yeah,
And he sees you definitely as a threat, but he knows that the T-Rex is easier to hit, and this is the only way that he's gonna be able to keep like siphoning.
sure thing.
So, oh my god, that's a third nat 20 and an 18 on the dice.
But it's all going on.
On
yeah,
T-Rex.
that's fine.
I just can't
On
believe.
T-Rex.
Why wasn't I fucking rolling like this with this die last night? Anyway.
Yeah, it's not. Oh wait, I was like.
Everyone had an. I
playing
think.
that?
No, no,
I
no.
thought you played with Leia last night for a second, and I was like, huh.
No.
I'm
Like-
you were playing with me.
Yeah, no. I mean, Hal got the nat 20. My character did not nat 20 all night, but there were nat 20s going fucking everywhere yesterday.
To be fair, Lark crits on 19 or 20.
True.
And they reckless every single turn. So you have a really good chance of critting if you're doing that.
Definitely. So the first attack does 19 damage to you,
All right.
and
I'll
you
make that con check.
watch
Easy
as
peasy.
he heals with
Natural
that.
14.
Yep. And then the second attack does 9.
Okay.
And he heals a little bit more. And then he's going
11
to
on this con check.
action surge and do it again. Hey, but that's a 4 and a nat 1. So I'm going to say what happens is, I mean, the last one probably will hit because that's a 14.
Yep, that hits.
But an 11 does not, and it's an automatic miss anyway. So that does 12 damage.
Okay, one more con check. All right, I'm good. I can only fail on a 1.
Yup.
Unless the check is for more than 10.
And
What was that though for? I'm sorry.
an additional let's see, 12, I think. Yeah, 12, because he heals for half of whatever the damage he does.
Thank
and-
you for that.
Yep. And then he kind of knows that he doesn't have much left in him, but he is not going down without a fight. And you watch as he second wins and just heals just a little bit more. And he looks up at the T-Rex and throws his sword down, but just like puts his hand up like, "Come at me, bro."
Oh, okay, so he wants it. All
Yeah,
right,
like he
well,
knows he's
Give
lost,
it to him, Daddy.
I'm gonna
but
bug him. I was gonna miss the 13. I
That-
got a natural 3.
that will miss.
He artfully dodges out of the way of my
Yeah.
jump, and I'll just kind of let out a roar like to intimidate him, and it just not my turn anymore.
Sounds good. Ash?
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, well, let's see. The middle hit is not gonna hit because I rolled a 2 on the die. But the other two are gonna be a 27 and 23.
Those two
So I
hit.
assume that those hit. And that's gonna be 23 points.
Oh my god, he's still up. By
Wow.
1 hit point. Um,
Man.
Wow. In
so
that case, well, no, I don't want to. I mean, I kind of want to
I mean, you
action
could
surge
tell.
for flare, but I don't actually want to action search for
Yeah,
flare because I feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna
we'll
need
make
it
the action
later.
surge like later.
Yeah.
Um,
What was I gonna say? He is going to pick up his rapier again and just start going at him.
I mean, do
And
I get an attack of opportunity if he's picking something up?
Oh, do you have Sentinel? Or
oh
No.
no, you wouldn't get that. It's not Pathfinder. Um,
I don't know all the rules for
yeah.
how attacks of opportunity work in D&D.
It's just when they leave, when they willingly leave your melee range. So what he's going to do is attack Nor.
hostile creature moves out of your reach. Yep, that's
Yep. And this time he's going to use his bonus action to use a dagger as well, but he won't be able to add stuff. So the first two are a dirty 20 and a 28 to hit.
Yep.
And then the dagger would be a 14 to hit.
Yeah.
So the first
So,
attack.
Well, they don't all. Yeah, dude. We'll just start with the dirty 20.
The dirty 20 is 5 points of damage.
I save.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
1 second. I did the wrong thing. Okay, sorry. And then the second attack does 12 points of damage.
I save. That was a natural 17 there.
Nice. And then the dagger does 1 point of damage.
And I save.
Sounds good. It is
Damn.
now T Nor's turn. This
I
guy.
I'm not gonna overkill him if I bite him, am I?
No, he definitely is beefy.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and just chomp at him. 16.
That will miss.
Natural 6. well.
Rip.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. They only have like 1 HP left or whatever.
Yep, and the crowd is cheering because this guy is dragging this out like a motherfucker.
I just kind of swing my tail at him and he like leaps up and like jump ropes it. But then the sword of Ash comes flying in.
Yep. I love it. Yeah, he jumps up and then while he's mid-air, Ash jabs his sword up. What do you roll?
It's gonna be a 17, a 17, and another miss.
Holy shit! All three miss.
Oh, fun times.
Because his AC is 18. It's the monk that was 17 that never got to go. And yeah, I mean he's gonna keep having at Nor, because now it's his turn. 14 and a 19, and then the dagger is he rolled a natural 17 on that. So.
All right, they all hit.
First attack does 12 damage.
Okay.
The second attack.
Apparently, I should have used
I
my
saved.
action surge.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's okay. This just means I'll re-T-Rex.
Second attack does 6 damage.
All right.
And then-
I saved. That's a natural 11.
And
Natural
then-
17, natural 11.
The dagger does 4 points.
I saved. Natural 10.
Nice.
And so that totals is 22. So I've taken 102 damage, and I'll stop, chomp, and 22.
That will hit him.
All right, so that does that 4d12 plus 7. So and he's restrained now. So that's
Yep.
13 plus 14. So 27, 34 damage.
You at long last.
I grab it. Can I like do a little bit of
Go for
flavor?
it. Go for it.
He like tries to dodge out of the way, but this time I get him by the leg and I just like grab him and then like to like one portion of the crowd that was really cheering for him, I just whip his body across the arena and slams him into the cage.
Oh my god. That was fucking beautiful. And the crowd.
He left on the T-Rex.
Actually, at that point, the crowd starts throwing flowers in your direction, and the stadium just fills with these little roses and daisies amidst the kind of blood of battle. Um,
I will
So is there like
un-T-Rex and give a bow.
like I don't know, like a dapper youth, uh, gender does not matter in the front row?
give me a perception check.
That's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be 25.
Yeah, there's definitely like a like late teens, early 20s who is just going ham. Like they look like someone who doesn't, who hasn't had a good time in a while. Because it's a young tiefling girl who is kind of dressed in, you could tell that like these are probably her like best clothes. Just because of how like pristine they are and the way the way that the rest of her looks. It's not that it doesn't look like she wears these types of clothes often.
Okay, in that case, I mean, like, okay, so does what kind of aesthetic is she presenting, I guess?
Kind of like punk aesthetic.
Punk, awesome, perfect. All right, so he's gonna pick up a
Fantasy
red
punk.
rose, off the ground. And as he walks over to her and presents the rose, he's gonna use prestidigitation to turn it black and be
Yo.
like, "My lady," and we'll hand her the rose and walk away.
Do you turn fedora
I
too?
love that.
Um,
Yup.
yeah.
And like you just hear her start to get the crowd to chant pumpkin pie. Uh
Lols.
yup. All right.
Is that a name of a My Little Pony?
No, that's Ash's like moniker for tonight.
No, I was just thinking though. Is that a My Little Pony name?
I
Sounds
don't
like
I
it.
think
don't think
so.
so. No, they
I
don't.
don't know enough about bronies and that stuff, so I actually don't know. It just sounds like it. I don't know. Whatever. Just
It
interjecting.
totally could be. I mean, but
I
I
I
don't think.
I am going to, once I bow for the flowers, I'm like subtly like prestidigitize that like the crowd is like chanting back for the T-Rex, and then I'm gonna polymorph back into the T-Rex to like give them
Nice.
what they want. That way I don't have to worry about like the whole setup at the start of the encounter thing. I can just be a T-Rex.
Yup.
Uh,
Absolutely. What I'm going to say with that is each of you take an inspiration just for like how much the crowd is now cheering for y'all. So,
awesome. Inspired.
yep. And as I set up the
Is
encounter
that
for
a
the
thing
next,
in D&D Beyond? Can I just put an inspiration on me?
yep, there's a little inspiration thing that's right in between your walking speed and your current HP, and you click it, and the little sun means that you have
Bam!
inspiration.
Got it. That's cool. All right, this time I rolled really well. 94 on the thing. So 94. What's 94 plus 52? It's 96 plus 50, which is 146 HP this time.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Last time it was 117, so that's a big swing. I was way below the average, and this time I'm about 10 over the average. So
What was I gonna say? Franz, we're back to you.
My ass hurts.
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. So you are looking for something that looks office-like. You poke around a little bit. Give me another stealth check as you make your way around.
Well, I rolled a 9, which means I rolled a 10,
10.
which means 23.
Yeah, and then give me an investigation check as you look around this area. It's a singular hallway. There's not much, many places to go. It looks like the hallway is about 100 feet long. There's a couple of doors on either side of it. It veers to the right at one point, and you could probably tell that it's like probably an alternate way into the arena. If they wanted to go straight into the arena and not through the sort of concessions hallway.
Gotcha. I got a 25 in my investigation check.
Okay. So you're able to determine that there's a couple of places that are where they keep, like you poke your head in, because a couple of them are ajar, and there's some of them that look like they have like extra supplies for like healing stuff. There's a place where they have some like costumes and uniforms and things of that nature. There's a stock room for food and supplies for the concessions. And then there is a locked door. Um, and there's nothing indicating what sort of room it is.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So, visibility breaks if I attack or cast a spell, so I can't do anything in that regard. But I can use my thieves' tools on the door. Before I do that, though, do I get the sense that this door is similar to what we saw at the gate, being kind of like protected or monitored by anything that's attempting to detect magic or anything of that regard?
Give me a perception check.
God, I cannot tell you how much I love reliable talent.
Y'all,
It's just God. So I rolled a 3, which means I rolled a 10, which means 21.
all right. Yeah, so you can tell that there are several physical traps on this door. If one were to trigger it incorrectly, there is also several. I need an Arcana check out of you. Because there's also some other sorts of traps that go beyond the physical.
Gotcha. So I'm not proficient in Arcana, so reliable talent is not going to help me here. However, I still rolled a 16.
Okay. You can tell that there's some magic that you can't tell whether or not it's going to hurt you if you trigger it. You can't tell if it's going to be an alarm, or if there's something that like puts you to sleep. But there's definitely in these like the traps that are not only like you could physically disarm it, and yes, now it's the door's unlocked, but like there's also other components to it as well. And for the magical components, you don't know what they do necessarily, but you know that that's going to have to be separate and careful, and you're not sure whether or not your thieves' tools could disarm something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're level 3. Oh, wait, no, you don't have the levels. Never mind. I was going to say cast Dispel Magic.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't help me. No, the
Now, just,
situation.
and I know that, you can't just throw a locked room in front of a rogue and expect them to walk away, but I did want to let you know that the other rooms do have interesting stuff if this ends up being a kind of dead end for Franz.
Okay, can I go to... Is there a room near me that's open?
Yep.
That's near this room that I could, like, peek my head into?
Yeah, I mean, the next room over is the medical supply room. So there's like med kits, there's a couple of lock boxes in there. Um,
Okay. Um, is there an air vent?
there is not. I know, that was clever though. That was clever.
Um, the thing is, Franz is rash, but he's not dumb. At least mechanically, he's not dumb. His intelligence is rather high. So I guess what Franz does Franz get the sense that if he unlocks the door, will it trigger this magical sensing device?
Almost definitely.
Okay. Hmm. Can Franz get like really, really low to the ground and see if he can see anything underneath the door?
Of the locked one?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
That's gonna be a 26.
Okay. You can't see like things beyond like the bottom of a desk and some, things like that, but you are also able to hear and see some movement, like the shadows of people ambling around. And the words are muffled through the door, but you can hear talks, essentially just doing a sort of security check, in a way, like just debriefing, making sure the night's going well. You recognize the voice of the goblin that kicked you out. Um, so it just seems to be sort of like administrative talk going on the other side of the room. Nothing seems to be nefarious by the tones of their voices. It's just a very
Right.
sort of a climate check of the night.
Right. And you probably already said this, but I can't see this like magical device or anything.
I mean, you can see it. It's built into like everything that like is arcane is built into the same traps that are physical. So like these physical traps have a physical component and an arcane component. There's four of them.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't describe that really well.
No, it's great. So basically, my understanding then is that it's tied to the lock, so people can freely go through this door. That just once you tamper with the lock, the alarm goes off, or even if it's not whatever the component is.
Right.
Is that okay? Cool. That helps me a lot. Um, okay, so do I get from the layout I've seen of the building? Do I get a sense that this room could go to anywhere else? Like, would there be another room behind it? Is there anything like underneath that it could like lead down to?
It's
Do I guess
possible it's possible that there could be a sort of place underneath, like from a sewer sort
okay,
of thing, but you have not been in this part to know for sure.
okay,
And the only reason why you think that this would even be a possibility, not because of anything that you have seen, but because if there is this much arcane nature to what's going on, they have to have a bug out escape route
right.
beyond this one
So,
door.
for those who are at home, will probably think this is just fascinating Twitch stream. What Franz is trying to do is just like discern: is someone going to come out of this room at some point? Um, because that's how that's right now how Franz is thinking he's going to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone going to leave? And so does Franz, when Franz was watching matches and like seeing just how things are run, does he get a sense that Goblin Boy, Goblin Man, whatever you want to call him, he's no Captain Bach, but whatever,
Yeah.
that he kind of like goes out frequently to do whatever, like to announce matches or like tend to
Right.
things.
You have not seen him. He only came out when there was a death on the field. So a event like that would bring him out. The other thing is, even if the door opens, you know for a fact, because you've seen this before, that there's the anti-illusion one. So you would not be able to have illusion magic on you because there's that physical barrier. Like it'd be like walking into a sliding glass door.
So there's only the so the but that barrier only works on illusion magic. Like it's not like a completely physical barrier. Like if I
Right.
wasn't
If you
okay,
were not invisible, or if you did not have illusion magic to some degree on you, you would be able to walk through.
okay, that's fine. Hmm, this is tricky because if there is a bug out situation that could, given my knowledge of the sewers, do I know of this area of the sewers and how it might connect to the stadium?
Not yet, because this goes well beyond Ash's sewer system. And this is not really the area that you have been to. Now, this doesn't have to be solved tonight. You can also very well come back here another time.
Gotta get that thing. Um, I could go kill someone. That
Oh
would get
my
him
god.
out. It's an option. What can I say? Um, Um, so they're just talking about administrative stuff and things like that, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do I hear anything specifically about like prizes or hear anything about like guarding things?
Um, you definitely hear stuff about guarding things, guarding the prizes, making sure that, you know, um, the prize doesn't get stolen essentially because it's a big ticket item, and making sure that it gets transported safely to the people. Um, you know that the winners are going to come down to the ticket booth to receive the item after the stadium has been let out. And they plan, and you would know that um, they plan on just having, a comfortable waiting area for the winners to go because it'll take about an hour for things to shuffle out.
Okay.
Be us, by the way.
So I do get the sense then
Yeah,
that the prize is being held here in this room, given how they're talking about it.
Most likely, yes.
Okay. So like I would hear something maybe like, oh, so you're gonna bring it from here down to the ticket booth. You're gonna transport it in this way. Yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for asking so many questions.
No, no. This is the scout thing.
What I want to do is bust in, murk all the people, and then run out. Is what I want to do, but I can't do that. Because that would be irresponsible. Okay, so the match just ended. The T-Rex match just ended.
It did.
Oh boy, this will be interesting. I don't know how this is gonna work, but gonna try it because fuck it, why not? We're playing a game, right? What's a game without doing brash things? I'm going to knock on the door.
I don't know why that's so funny, but that's perfect. I love it. The talking comes to a stop.
And I'm gonna say,
Room
sir,
service?
there's been a T-Rex accident in the latest match. They need you downstairs quickly.
What's a T-Rex, they ask?
Yeah. You know what? You do get the door open. There is the sound of several locking mechanisms unlocking. Are you still invisible?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Um, you watch the door open, and the goblin does not answer on the other side. Instead, there is a large orc man who opens the door. What?
Orc man just sounds weird to me. That's all. Sorry. It's like
Male
orc.
orc.
Man?
A male orc.
Male orc. Orc man, right? Because man.
Yeah,
is also
it's not a half orc. Yeah, it's a male orc. And he opens and he looks around, and then swiftly closes it. You can try and put your foot in the door if you would like to stop it.
Before I make that choice, what do I see when they open the
Yep.
door?
When you open the door,
When he opens the door, I did not open it.
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
That is going to be a 23.
Okay. The fact that he looked around and then very swiftly closed the door means that he has been tipped off that there might be a security breach happening tonight. That they're expecting trouble. So the fact that he very quickly closed it or went to close it and will most likely be locking things up, it's not the usual like, oh, what's going on here? Like, that's kind of peculiar. It's like, nope, something's wrong. Shut. There are 5 very armed bodyguards or like bouncer type people in the room, in addition to the goblin. And as the door starts to close, you notice the goblin taking out material components for a spell. and it's the same one that you see him take out. Because I think that he took something of yours as well. But essentially, you get the idea that he is going to cast locate object or locate creature, in suspecting that you are the one behind this.
If he did try to take something of mine, there would have been an issue.
Or sorry, he didn't take something of yours. He wanted to know something that you had on your person, or you. He 1 second. This was resolved last week, and I forget the details of it. Oh no, he looked you over. He did not take anything. He looked you over for something that you were and you didn't know what it is, but he looked you over for something on your person that he would be able to use to locate you.
This is going to be a blast. Let's do it. I'm going to put my foot in the door.
All right. Give me a sleight of foot check against his sleight of hand check. And your sleight of foot is your sleight of hand.
That's so good. It's going to be a 23.
Okay. He goes to shut the door real quick, but you put your foot in real quick. What do you do? Now it'll be a strength check to try and push, a strength contest to push in.
No, I didn't think this was going to happen, but whatever, fuck it, I'm doing it. So strength check, you said?
Yep. Or a con.
Strength.
Sorry, it's a
19.
A. You're able to push your way in because he rolled a 4 on the dice. 1 second. I was not expecting this either, so give me 1 second while I just get a stat block going. 1 second. And for my sake, they are all orc men and women, plus 5 orc men and women, plus the goblin. And you're able to push through the door. And the door does close behind you so that they, just in case you brought backup, they don't want that coming in. And the goblin finishes casting the location spell and looks in your direction. He can't see you, but he knows, where you are. Exactly. Yeah. So like he knows if you're by the door or like making your way towards him, but he can't see you or your exact, sort of.
Just create running water at least 10 feet wide, just so then he can't tell where you are.
Yeah, I'm right on that.
And he is going to sigh heavily, looking in your direction, and go, "Why must you make this so difficult? We don't want to hurt you, but if you do not leave, we will be forced to."
Look, cards are dealt. You know how to play the game. You can either listen to me, and we can work this out amicably, or we can do or we can handle this the way I handled the battlefield back there.
Well, it's not going to go in your favor. Last chance.
Hardly ever does.
And we'll roll for initiative after this. We're going to go back to the others. So, Tyrannosaurus Nor, and Ash, you are faced by 3 new challengers, all looking a little bit tougher, but, still similarly wounded. What? Well, we'll get there. There is a dragonborn, 1 second, dragonborn man dressed in studded leather armor, carrying a rapier, and a lyre. There is an orc woman, who is kind of light on her feet, and once again also dressed in leather armor. And then there's a little gnome, which is the one that has a little companion, accompanied by a mechanical fox that whirs and kind of digs its paws into the sand, ready to attack. Let's roll for initiative.
Complain to the ref.
Are you gonna? It's a magical item. They got it through.
22.
I don't know about you.
Oh wait, was that initiative or was that? I can't complain to the ref. I'm a T-Rex.
Yep.
I lack.
Oh no, Ash
visibility.
wouldn't complain to the ref, but he has 0 time for artificers. So literally the gnome is just gonna get
I go on
immediately
last.
murked.
That's a 4 DM. So.
Oh my god, yeah. And the gnome got a 5, so
No.
so close.
At
Ash.
least hopefully they all attack me and chomp it and get my chomp on.
Yo, Ash, you are up. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, actually, so which one is the artificer and which one is the companion?
Sun is the artificer. Trixie is the companion.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go directly for that artificer.
Not all
Shit.
artificers are evil in this campaign.
Nat
Most
20,
of the ones.
baby.
Knock them out.
Okay, just for the record, that
yeah.
was a 30,
Yup.
a
On the
20.
pause the second attack.
And a 26.
The second attack, the fox gets in the middle between you and kind of gives a push and knocks you off guard, so you will have disadvantage on the second attack. So 2 of those hit, but can you re-roll the second attack, please?
Yeah, sure. That's gonna be an 18.
That will miss. So the first and the third hit.
I mean, that's fine, because that first attack is really what you want that nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
And it's funny because I was going to have it do the first attack, but you already announced it. I'm like, no, I can't take that away.
I don't think this artificer will be going before me. That's my guess. I hope that did these guys look pretty hurt? I hope.
They all look wounded, yeah.
Okay. Good. Just while the math is being done, does any of them look more hurt than the others?
1 second. The artificer looks sort of bloodied. The orc
54, baby.
Oh man, yeah. You knocked them out.
Yes, good job.
1 second.
I just gotta say, if Franz was here, this would be easy.
Yup. It looks like the orc is more hurt than the other one.
The orc is L.
Yes, the orc is L. So yeah, Ash knocks the artificer out in a single flurry of attacks, and the bard snarls at you, at your.
Yes, a bard. Which one is this fucking bard?
It's it's Wong. So the Dragonborn bard is going to. He was going to do something different, but now actually, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh no, he's still gonna do the thing.
Oh, we're within like fireball range or something.
A different range. He is going to. Let's see.
Is something I can use counter song on? Because that would be lovely.
Counter spell.
No, counter song.
What's that?
Which is its own thing for bards. Hold on. I don't know if I can do it as a.
I think it's an action. To
yeah, I do think it is. But anyway, it would still be fun to do counter song.
Yeah, so they are going to do this. They are going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on you and the T-Rex. I need wisdom saves from the both of you.
That's fine.
So, does my save transfer over here too?
No, it would be the T-Rex.
So
but that's a feat.
Yeah, that totally makes sense to me. I just wanted to double check.
22, Kelly.
Oh man, yeah.
Nice. I mean, I could counterspell it, but.
All right, so currently.
Counterspell it? I don't know.
I don't know. Should you? The rolls already happened though, so.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So Wong casts Hypnotic Pattern, and will also 1 second.
Throw your short sword at me on your next turn.
No. And they are going to.
I mean, yes, actually.
Oh, stop it! They're gonna walk
One
into melee range with you, and with their bonus action, try and I like the flavor of them whacking with the lyre, even though it's just gonna be like essentially a dagger. So they're going to use their bonus action to try and hit you.
Make a bonus action attack after casting a spell?
I mean, you could bonus action attack with the thing that you're casting the spell with.
No, that's fine.
But that's only a 17, which I doubt will hit you. Does that hit you, Ash?
Definitely does not. Sorry, it was
It's all good. And then next up is the orc, who is going to rush over to their artificer friend, and feed them a healing potion. And they are going to heal for an unnamed amount because you can't see. They don't look great, but they are up. And the artificer will stand up and 1 second. What are they gonna do? They're
Wait a
gonna.
minute.
What?
Does hypnotic pattern affect me?
Does it?
I think it might be only humanoids. 1 sec. Oh no, it's creatures.
Each creatures,
You're
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
They are going to just whack over and over. So what they are going to do is make 2
Is this the
attacks.
artificer or
Yep.
Al?
The artificer. So Sun
Okay.
is going to attack Ash twice. That's a nat 20 and a 23.
let's see. I feel like I'm gonna just use shield. I'm gonna cast shield
Okay, so the
on
nat
that
1.
23.
Yeah,
Or
but
on the nat 20. On the nat 20. Yeah.
I mean, but then it'll still be a 28 to hit. Oh wait, no, 1 second.
How much does shield
Nat-
give you? Is it plus 5?
Wait, no, they have
Nat-
plus 11. Sorry, so that'd be a 31.
But nat 20's auto hit. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what the
okay,
AC of the
Cool,
creature
cool, cool,
is.
cool. I will. Then I guess I'll save the shield. It's always like this. Like you always save everything and then you never use any of it, and it's dumb.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would use it for that second attack.
I'm gonna use it for the second attack. That makes sense.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
18 points from the first attack, the crit. And then the fox is going to grab onto your pant leg and just start shaking it, taking the help action. And then the artificer is also going to, from
Can
that
my
attack.
unseen servant then just pick this shit up and throw it?
It's
Like-
It is heavy. It's like a 180-pound fox.
Oh, how the fuck is it a 180-pound fox?
Because it's made out of, yeah, it's a mechanical fox.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. Nor is currently hypnotized. We're back up to the top with Ash.
Okay.
And you should probably
so-
say who your unseen servant. So I'm going to assume that because the unseen servant assumed that the other one was down. Or you know what? Tell me who the
Can I
unseen
make an
servant helps.
unsolicited suggestion?
Yeah.
Sure.
Could you command the unseen servant to wake me up? Because it takes an action from a creature to wake up a creature, like to shake open.
You
a
could do
hypnotic
that.
Pattern.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Can I
Yep.
do that? That'd be great.
'Cause
Then
I
I
was-
don't have to waste one of my attacks on it.
Yep. So
And
then.
shuck my fucking rapier.
Yep. You get the unseen servant to wake Nor up.
It does
Awesome.
take a bonus action to command your servant, so
Okay, so it's no matter what, it still takes one of my attacks to do that, but that's fine. I've got 4 creatures around me right now, and
I
It's not
imagine that
good.
the unseen servant climbs up onto the back of the T-Rex, gets on like the nose, and just tickles.
Yeah.
him.
I love it.
that's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, we shall. Why are you doing a spam message?
Me?
No. I was saying Corey asked what was
Oh.
deleted. It was just like one of those wanna be famous by followers here.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, in that case, we still got 2 attacks, which is fun. We'll see what happens here. All right, so I don't know. This artificer annoys the shit out of me.
They're just
And
a gnome.
they're
I
super
don't
low,
care.
so
I don't care. Yeah, they can be easily taken out in one hit, and that's like,
Make
what's up?
a one attack at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna make all my attacks at the same creature anyway,
Hmm.
right now. But the first one is gonna be a 19 to hit.
That will miss.
Rude. Okay. In that case, the second attack will be 22.
That will hit.
And that's gonna be for 13 points of damage.
All right. They are still up, but just barely.
ah, fuck.
Um, that's rude, is
Cutting
what that
words.
is. Right? Um, I don't know, man. I think
Uh,
that's all I can do. Unless I want to action search.
unless you
This,
want
I
to.
think this is the time to action search.
Yeah.
This is the time to action search? Okay, cool. I will action search. That doesn't give me an extra bonus action, right? It's just an extra
Just an
Just an
extra
attack.
two attack. So, the first attack is going to have disadvantage because the fox is going to jump in the way again.
Okay, cool. So the first attack isn't actually going to be at the artificer because that
Okay.
is like that has too many points kind of attached to it really to
Okay.
waste. Particularly for an action surge one. So I can reach the W.
Yep, that
And is
is
the
the
fox still
bard.
going to jump in the way if I'm not?
It's going to nope. It's only going to jump in the way for the artificer.
Okay, cool. In that case, it is a 23 for the bard.
That will hit.
Okay.
And they'll
I
have
did
to.
have my special sword.
Oh, but it
so I
doesn't
don't
matter
wanna-
because at this point they don't need to concentrate on the spell because Nora is already. So give me that sweet, sweet damage.
24.
Nice.
And then we're gonna go at the artificer for
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Ha! That's really good for that artificer because that second roll was a nat 20 and the other one was a 17. So I still hit them with a 27
Yeah.
or sorry, a 26.
Yeah.
But
They
it's
had
better
a
for that.
4 HP left, so that's not gonna.
Oh, cool, awesome. Yeah, definitely take that down then.
All right. Um. Next up, is the bard, who is going to bonus action healing word the artificer.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously? I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking counterspell that shit. He has zero fucking patience for this mother. No, absolutely not. He's
So-
not killing this artificer again.
The bard starts to sing a sweet sweet lullaby, but the words
off.
die as you counterspell the healing word, and the bard will now make 2 attacks on you instead. I mean in addition, because it's a bonus action to do healing word. So 1 second. Nat 20 for a 27 and then a 17.
It's fine. I wasn't super hurt before, and I haven't even used my second wind yet, so we're okay.
14 points.
Between combats too, which will be
Yeah, which is not what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry. How much was that?
14.
Okay, cool.
And
yeah,
then
I'm not even bloodied yet, so we're cool.
Yep. And then next up is the orc, who is going to bonus action aim, and then fire at Nor.
good. Yes.
Oh wow. I mean, your AC is really low. It was a 2 and a 5 on the die. So their attack bonus is +9. So that would be a 14 to hit.
So many 14s hitting me today.
I know.
Too
I'm
bad.
sorry.
I cast shield. I dropped my thing and cast shield now.
Incredible.
Go
Um,
ahead.
1 second.
So it's gonna be a sneak attack. So this one might actually be hard to hold up. But at least I won't be taking the damage.
25 points.
25, so I have to beat 12.
Yep.
Oh, easy. Natural 15. So I'm
Nice.
still a T-Rex.
All
Artificer
right.
doesn't get a turn this time.
Does not. So now it's T Nor's turn.
And I just and I'm gonna stomp. I'm gonna like circle around them to the right. I have probably a lot of movement speed. Yeah, 50 feet of movement speed. I just boom, 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 and I'm gonna get like wedged in between W and L there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna which one? W looks more hurt. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna go in for the.
Oh,
chomp on
sorry.
W.
Lou is hurt. Sorry. Wong got hurt more in this fight, but Lou started off more hurt.
And so, with my T-Rex brain, which one looks easier to chomp to death?
Lou.
Or to being knocked down. Of course, I'm not chomping anyone to death.
Yep. Lou looks more.
All right, I'm gonna chomp at Lou. 17.
Just hits.
Thank God. All right, so I'm gonna chomp at him, and that's gonna be okay. Go 4d12 plus 7, and they're grappled.
Yep.
Ooh, that's really good. 36 damage.
That does it.
That does it.
Yeah.
I gently place them back in the ground while swinging my tail and they hit the other one.
Sounds good. All that's left is Wong at this
One.
point. That will hit.
Right. So that will deal 19 damage. The tail poof, smashes into them.
Nice. They are not. They don't have much left in them. They're kind of like wobbling on their feet a little as they are just smacked by this huge tail. Ash, it is your turn.
Cool. Do this one attack at a time then.
Yep,
So that first one's gonna be a 28.
that will hit.
Low damage though. 13.
How do you do it?
Nice. Yeah, so he's gonna take his longsword, just like shove it. Well, I guess I don't know. How do you kill someone without killing them?
I mean, you could get them like in the shoulder. You're not going for the vitals.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull him close, and I'm gonna say, "That's no way to treat an instrument."
I love it.
And, let him drop.
Nice.
And then of course, bow to the crowd.
Yep, and you are now like the new favorites, because who could say no to a T-Rex?
So then he's gonna pull out his I don't know, pull out one of his instruments because he has one of them on him. I guess it's gonna have to be like I don't know which one it would be for coming up with the Pumpkin King from the movie that I'm
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, thank you. And crown the Pumpkin King. That's what he's doing.
You know what's great? I
What?
still have my blink my left eye and become a T-Rex, which is a free action. Because
Oh my god.
that's my contingency that's been set. So that's pretty good.
That is really, really beautiful, and I appreciate this so much.
Can Ash and I have a meta conversation for a moment?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, we have a second before the next fight anyway.
Yeah.
So are we going up against Faye and Tenson and?
I did roll to see, and they are who you're going against.
Okay,
This is gonna be fun.
So
It
here's
is
the
gonna be
question.
fun.
So like this, yeah, I know this is a little meta because I'm in T-Rex form right now, but I could
Right.
drop T-Rex form, and I could do the plan of placing a wall of force, which is they can't do anything about. Like, it's just an invisible wall that springs into existence, and if I can catch 2 of them, specifically the 2 that aren't Fae, and then I can just counterspell anything Fae does, and we can get Fae out of the fight, and then become a T-Rex and take out the other 2.
I mean,
something
she
like
could
that.
try and counter. Does she have counterspell?
She's a sorcerer.
Got it.
I don't know if she has counterspell, but
You
she's a
made
sorcerer,
her.
which to me mean. Yeah, I can pull it up.
Oh, yeah, I have to go get her stat block up as well.
I mean, so I will.
She does have counterspell. Fuck me. Me in the past. I can counterspell her counterspell though.
Yeah. We could do this. It's gonna be fine. I mean, I still have all 3 of my fighting spirits. I still have like 4 or 5 inspirations, 4 inspirations. And like I'm gonna second win before we walk into this fight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop it. I think
But,
I want to make sure. I don't know what bullshit Kelly's gonna come up with. I want to have counterspell up, and I want to have good wisdom and saves and stuff like that. Because
You're gonna need.
I don't want to get like banished, or something, at the start of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I also have hold person. Like we can do this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna drop the T-Rex for the start of the fight.
Wait, so this is Faye and Tenzin and who?
Hanai, who
Hanai is like our librarian.
No, what's his face? The turtle guy is the librarian.
Oh, sorry. Hanai applied for librarian but got rejected, but we kept her on anyways.
So what is she? Like, what does she do? Who is this?
Tiefling Bard, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let's.
A lot of spellcasters on that.
Yeah.
This is why I think getting the wall of force off right away could be very good.
Yeah, I mean, I have hold person. I also have
But while you do that, let's go back to Franz.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you
Roll
want to
for
wait? Hold
initi-
on.
What's up?
Hold
Okay.
on. Eric, do you
Oh, thank
want
God.
to go into? Do we have more than one voice channel in here? Do you want to go into another voice channel?
That might be good. You could just do a
And,
private call
talk
between
about
the
our-
2 of y'all, and I can
We
at
can go
you.
to the non-live.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
go to,
We
bye.
can just go to the non.
Okay. All right.
So, I rolled a 19, which means 24.
Okay.
So, mechanically, I am hidden from them. Correct? I'm just making sure of that technicality.
Yes, you are hidden from everyone except the goblin, I would argue. But everyone
I'm
else.
arguing mechanically.
What?
I know he can sense the direction I'm in, but I'm like mechanically hidden.
I would argue no, because he's looking in your direction. Everyone else, yes. You can attack with advantage if that's the thing. But...
Well, you'll find out what I'm doing in a second. That's why I'm asking mechanic. Like, I know he knows where I am, but like mechanic-wise, you'll find out in a second.
Well, what are you trying to do?
So as a arcane trickster, I have an ability called Magical Ambush. Which, starting at 9th level, if you are hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against them for the spell this turn.
Yes, because they can't see what you're doing, so that's fine.
That's why I was saying mechanically hidden.
Yeah.
Like, I know he knows where I'm at, and that's fine.
Yep.
Am I up first?
You are up first, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take out my fear candle. And I'm going to cast fear.
Sounds good. You will have disadvantage on that.
Will.
What?
It's each creature in a 30-foot cone.
You would not get all of them.
What is layout? 30 feet's pretty
It's on.
big.
If you look over at the thing, where do you position yourself?
How big is this room?
What?
How big is this room?
As big as this thing. 5, 10, 15,
Shit.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45,
Okay,
50 feet.
here's how I'm gonna position this. So 30-foot cone is massive. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the cone will hit about a little bit more than halfway.
Yeah. But this is where
So,
they are. Like there's no positioning that you could get all of them, but there's some of them where you could get most of them.
yeah, I'll go wherever that is.
You could
I don't
go
know where that is
behind
exactly.
you could go behind the goblin and get everyone except G one second. 5, 10, 15, 20. Everything except G1 and G2 if you wanted to pop behind here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
And yeah, let's do that, and then we can work out other things after that is resolved.
Yep. So goblin fails, G5 fails. G4 rolls a 16. Does that save?
17.
The candle has a set stat though. It's not against your spell save unless you're casting the spell.
I was never given that. We've historically been working off my spell save, so I wouldn't know.
I remember making items at like with a DC 15. Is that not in your?
I mean, I maybe my DC was 15 for so long that it never was an issue, but I didn't put it in my notes because I never was given it. Because I have other things on here that has set spell saves that you've given me, such as like the body switch rune and all that.
Yeah, it's
I could have written that down.
It's gonna be 15 in the future. I'll let that one save this time, but its DC should be 15.
Yeah, I'll write that down.
So everyone except Goblin 3 fails. Not Goblin, Guard 3 fails. So G4, G5, and Goblin.
Okay, do I see anything in this room? Like, do I get a sense of like where the prize is, if anywhere in this room?
That would take a perception check, and you've already used your action.
Can I use it in my bonus action?
No.
That's fine. Speaking of bonus action stuff, I'm gonna try to what's what's in this room? What do I see in it?
It
like,
is,
I'm not
yeah.
investigating. I'm just
There's a couple of safes. There's a desk in front where the goblin's sitting at. And there is yeah, I mean that's really it. But like bookshelves, a safe, and the bookshelves are all like everything's made out of metal, or stone in here. So it's bookshelves, safes, and a desk.
all right. Well, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really, really interesting. And by really interesting, I mean really bad.
Yep. What was I gonna say? So that's they drop and then they are afraid.
Yeah,
Those
is there any
ones.
place I can hide in this room?
I mean, really only under the desk, but the goblin's currently there right now, and knows where
But
you.
like under the desk?
Yes, but he is sitting at the desk. You would physically have to move him to get to the desk, and you would also be moving
Okay.
out of his. You would have you could use your bonus action to move, but you had to have moved 50 feet to get to where you're at.
Oh yeah, that's my turn.
So
Yeah.
next up is guard 4, who is scared. They drop their weapons and are currently frightened. The safest route on each of its terms, unless there is nowhere to move. So right now, it is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do they have to dash? Yep, dash action to move away. So they are going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And where this part is the door, like right behind guard 1 and guard 2. So they are currently in the hallway. And then it's going to make a wisdom saving throw at the end. And that will be a natural 18. at the end of the
Sounds good.
turn. Next up is
Is it out of sight of me?
Yeah, like it.
Okay.
It's through the door and in the hallway. Um, so like the hallway's not that large. They would have turned. So it's just mechanically they are that many feet away, but they are out of sight of you. Um, 1 second. Oops, sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. You know, I'm just gonna change. It doesn't matter if it's guard 4 or guard 5. They're the same one. So, 1 second. And then guard 4 down here. Okay. Next up is guard 2, who is not, what's it called? Not frightened. And the goblin did kind of like point out where you're at. They're not making a straight attack roll at you, but they are going to cast a spell. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, I'm good at those.
You are good at those.
Oh boy. Okay, so that is going to be. God, I have a +9. Jesus Christ. 24.
Okay, that will save as they try to cast fairy fire on you, and then they move towards the door to block it. And then next up is the goblin, who is scared, and is going to move away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10,
Ooh, nice
15.
background.
What?
Saw your wallpaper.
Oh, you could see it?
Briefly.
20, 25, 30. So they are currently out of sight of you. Oh, no, wait. They opened the door. So, yep.
Yeah.
They had to open the door and go through. The person was not able to lock it in that time. And then they are going to roll. What's that wisdom save? 1 second. I just need to see if their class is proficient in this. Nope, they fail. So they are still scared. And then we have guard 1. So I don't know why I keep mixing them up, but guard 2. Guard 1 and guard 2 are the ones by the door. So this one is going to move over and take their action to lock the door. And then after that will be guard 3, who saved, and they are going to move back 5, 10, 15, 20, and prepare an action. And then guard 4 is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, and they are going to use their they have to use their action to dash, so they can't move back any more than that. And then guard 3 will cast Fireball. I need a dexterity
saving throw. I'm so good at this. I don't know how, like, if I save this, I don't know how, like, I will not take damage from it.
Mm-hmm.
But the optics of it is just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a crit, but even if what was the DC? Just I'm curious.
I'm not telling you.
Okay, because I just love the idea of just being able to take no damage from a fucking fireball. Jesus.
Yep. So you are fine. Next up is you.
Okay, so, there are 2 things I'm looking for, and if I need to do 2 turns to do this or something, let me know. But I'm looking for one where this artifact item is, even though I don't know what it is, but I imagine I could, like, context clue what's important, or potentially magical. But if there's also, like, a trap door, or, like, something that would lead to the sewers.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay, I can do that. Ooh, 27.
Yeah, you don't have any indication where this artifact might be. I mean, it could be in the, what's it called? In the, safe. It could be hidden in a secondary trapdoor, but you do notice, a trapdoor, Like you notice that the one of the bookcases has a lot of scuff marks on the floor, and you imagine that if one were to push that away, it would reveal a hidden door.
Okay. What's the situation with the safe?
I mean, there's several saves in here.
Fuck. Uh, well, can I try one?
I mean, it would take like it takes minutes to interact with these things. Like if you had the combo, it could take you a turn to do it, but you don't have the combo.
No, I don't. How big are these safes?
Uh, they're about. There's some of them that are 3 feet by 2 feet. There's 10 of them total, and all of them in that sort of 3 by 10.
Oh, this is not good. Um, no, this would be the perfect time for fireball. I don't have fireball. Ooh, this is not good. Oh boy. Okay. Are there any distinguishing features of note between the saves?
No,
Oh, this is going to be so bad. How beefy do these guys look?
very.
Mm, uh, First, I guess, just to see what'll happen, I'll interact with the bookshelf.
Okay. Yeah, you push it. Give me a strength check.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. 16?
Yes, you were able to push it just a little bit, but you've already interacted with it. There is another lock on it.
Okay.
But this one doesn't look like this one looks like a lock that could be broken. It's like a padlock, not a like it's a combination padlock, but this
Yeah.
is something that like it's not impossible to get through. Like you recognize it and you're like, "All right, this is something I could do." Um it would take either brute force or lock picking. Something like this would probably be like unless you like probably about 2 turns of combat to be able to break with your skills or kind of pick with your skills.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
All right, but that you already used your turn. So it is going to be guard five's turn. So 1 second, I'm gonna move you over to the corner where the escape was. And guard five is going to cast a spell centered on you. As a yellow stinking cloud appears in your area. You are. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, con. Thank God I took Resilient Con. Jesus. That's gonna be. You said con. It's gonna be a 23.
Yep, you're good. Next up is guard two. Give me 1 second. I need to see what they. I am going to need a. I did the wrong fucking spell. Oh well. Wisdom save. As they try to stop you.
Wisdom save. That's gonna be a 19.
Sounds good. Next up is the goblin who is going to make a wisdom save. And you don't know what the result of that is. Guard 1 is still in there. Give me 1 second. What will they
right
do?
back. I am gonna go to the bathroom.
They are going to cast Shatter. So give me another con save.
Crit.
Sounds good. You will take half damage. Okay, so you're going to take 9 points of thunder damage, and I need a con check or con save to keep your invisibility up.
What do I have to beat?
A 10. Yep.
Yeah, that's 15.
Okay. Then guard 3 and 4 remain. Oh, sorry. Guard 5 should not have done anything. So I'm just gonna put it. Guard 3 did the stinking cloud. And then guard 4 remains. They did not do a wisdom save at the end of their turn. They would have failed, so they are currently frightened of you. What do they do if... One second. Move the creature as its turn in a location where it doesn't have sight of you. 1 second. Unless there is nowhere to move. So... What I am going to say is that it's going to cast a spell on itself. So, and then the spell, okay. Give me 1 moment. Alright, it is now your turn.
Let's go for the lock.
Alright, give me a Thieves' Tools check. So that would just be an ability check with your proficiency modifier.
Yeah. Cool. That's what is so it's just proficiency? Yeah, it's going to be a 18.
All right, so you get a little way there. It's not the best job that you've done, but it's something, and you feel yourself. You're getting close to it. I'm just gonna do it one at a time. 3 wisdom saves and 1 con save.
Yep.
So and tell me one by one just so that I could see what order this happens.
Yeah.
Or actually, wait. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. First one has true sight. They were scared the first time. Actually, but they can't do anything because they are outside. Second one. So there we go. I'm sorry about that. Same thing. I just don't know how to handle my own fucking surprise combats. Alright. Yeah, no, G4. Okay, so this one. You watch them come up on you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then, they are going... So, yep, we got it now. So, same thing. I'm sorry. What's the first wisdom save?
Wisdom save 1 is going to be an 18.
Okay, that is a fail. And you are currently dominated by this guard. And we will handle that in a moment. 1 second. Alright, the other ones are going to... he is going to hold his hand up and kind of... And you hear him say, I got him. And, let's see. Number 3. One of them is still scared of you. They're all the same stat block. I'm sorry that I can't fucking keep track of them all. 3 is still scared of you. So I'm going to have that one just continue to be scared. And they fail. I'm going to effectively take the scared ones out of combat at this point. So you're only working with G1 and G2.
Okay.
And G4. So G1 and G2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15 are going to rush over towards you, using their action to dash. And 1 second each time takes damage. Okay, so it's save or suck unless you, go ahead. Yep.
The spell, was it a charm spell?
Charm spell, yeah.
I have advantage on it.
Don't you also have the lucky feat?
Oh, I do have the lucky feat. I'm not even using that. Yeah. Okay. That is. Fuck. How did I get another crit? That's 4 crits I've gotten today. But I've also been rolling a lot. But yeah, another crit.
All right.
So
Then
if
that
we're not
change.
doing critical, it's going to be a 24.
All right. Then make me 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then make me 2 more wisdom saves. All of them are going to get up ons. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then this one 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So make me 2 more wisdom saves with advantage.
Okay, so 19 on one.
Yep.
I'm going to use a luck point there. Okay, that's going to be a 22. And
Okay.
then a con save.
I need another one because 3 of them are casting the same spell to get you.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Actually works in my favor. Okay, that's going to be a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, that saves, and then G2, 5, 10. I was going to actually stay back and cast Shatter, so I need another con save.
I have plus a lot in con. That is going to be a 22.
Okay. You take another 9 points of damage, and I need another con save for you to keep your invisibility up.
It's over 10.
Okay. It is now your turn.
Gonna break through this damn lock and get through here.
You could attempt to.
Lock picking is gonna be a 17.
All right. So you are able to unlock it, but you've already interacted with the item, so the lock is unlocked, but you are in here for one more round.
Well,
Yeah?
oh, I don't want to be like obstinate or anything. I was just gonna say usually interact with an object is like a free action someone can take, not like opening a door.
Interact. No. Raw is interacting with an object as an action. Yeah. You normally interact with an object while doing something else, such as when you draw a sword apart of an attack. When an object requires your action for it to use, you use the use an object action. And I would say that lock picking to pick a lock in 12 seconds is being quite generous.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Do you want to move anywhere, or do you want to stay where you are?
Let's see here. So they are not on top of me.
Not yet.
Cool. I'm gonna try to move a little bit away because they kind of know my general direction. I'm gonna try to hide away from them.
Okay, you can use a bonus action to hide.
That's going to be a 25.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Then give me 1 second. They are going to. I'm gonna say you hide under the desk.
Sure.
Oh. Which will be here. G4 is going to move over, and kind of try and find you, and upon not finding you, close the lock, and that is his action. G2 is by the door. 1 second. There's not much they can do at that moment, so they are going to ready an action, and so are the other. Actually, one is going to go over here. The others are going to go over here. I'm going to have wisdom saves by the ones that are still scared, and both will pass at this point. It is your turn. What do you do?
So I have to go through this whole another 2-3 rounds of combat again to open up that lock?
Yep.
Okay, we're doing it again.
I mean, they're standing on it. Like they... Sorry. My mistake. G4 is standing on it, like kind of blocking it. G3, readied in action.
Oh, I see what I was talking about. So, other activity in your turn. You can also interact with one object or feature of the environment for free during your move or your action.
Yeah, I want to open the door.
For example, it says, for example, you could open a door during your move as you stride toward a foe.
Yeah.
Or you could draw your weapon as part of the same action you use to attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Like, I imagine would have used my action to finish the lock picking
I
and
mean,
then
yeah, it's
try to move
Yeah,
through
but
it.
you would have to, you pick the lock, you have to take the lock off of the door, you have to lift the thing up. Like it's more than just
oh yeah, yeah. I
opening a
totally see the
door.
description. I was confused because I had always thought you could like open doors for free, and that's where I was getting it was
Yeah. Like opening
and
the door for free, but like taking the lock off. Like he picked it. You still have to take it off, throw it away, and then lift the door up.
All right.
Oh, you would have cast a spell using the thing. You're not invisible anymore.
Fun times.
So you're still hidden, but you're no longer invisible because you used the fear candle.
It's all good. Do, 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 do. What's going on with this desk?
I mean, it's a desk. It's made out of metal. It's a little scorched from the fireball earlier.
Cool. I'll use my last second level spell slot to cast invisibility on me again.
Okay. Uh, then what they are going to do. Sorry, I have to go back to the Bard spell list. Is they are all going to cast Fairy Fire, and I'm gonna say between all of them, they're able to get the room. So I'm going to just one Dexterity save out of you between all of them.
19.
Okay, so you are outlined in a glowing purple light right now. But that would happen at the end, between all four of them doing stuff.
Fuck it. You know what? If this is gonna be a fight, this is gonna be a fight.
All right.
Am I still, if for my first roll, am I still technically hidden?
You are not. You are outlined. They now know where you are.
Okay, fine, cool. I'll run up to G4. Going to bonus action. Whatchamacallit?
And I'll say it is G3 that hit you with the fairy fire.
Cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna bonus action aim, and then I'm gonna try to kick this fucker down with
Pause.
booming blades.
If you're bonus action aiming, you can't be up to them because you would use your movement to bonus action aim. So you could bonus action aim from afar, or you could go up and have a straight roll.
Sorry, what's up?
You can't move if you're bonus action aiming.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Then that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to go up to G3, going to Booming Blade.
okay.
What is that? Plus 10, 21?
That will hit.
Cool. That's gonna be 23 damage.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, sorry. 24 damage.
Okay, and they're gonna do
one
a
now.
con save. That's a nat 20. So luckily that was used on the save and not you. And then G4 is going to take 2 attacks on you. That will be a 24 and a 17.
Yeah, I'm going to use shield.
Okay.
Puts me at 25, just for for the round.
Yep. Sounds good. Then G3 is going to... What will they do at this point? Yeah, they're just gonna bum rush and attack. So, one will hit with a 26, but the other one will miss with a 23. So that will be 8 points of damage on you. And then the other two will draw their longbows. Oh, but they have advantage. So 1 second. Then the second one will hit as well for an additional 6 points. And then the other two will draw their longbows. Miss first one. So that's cocked. 22 will still miss you, and then G1's going to take 2 attacks and hit with a 27 and a 26. So that will be 13 points of damage. It is now your turn.
Bonus action aim on G3, or whatever the one's in front of me.
All right.
That's going to be a 28 to hit.
That will hit him.
Booming Blade.
Yep.
All right. Give me 1 minute.
Oh, no.
That's going to be 46 points of damage.
Sounds good. 1 second. 24. So they're at 70. So they are definitely bloodied. I'm gonna have them do that con check. They have to beat. Was that 46? So a 23. And so they lose concentration on fairy fire. Next up is G4, who is going to take 2 swings at you. That will be a 17 and a 25.
Yeah, the 25 will hit.
For 7 points of damage. Then G3 is going to do the same. That will be a 25 and a 15.
25 will hit.
For another 7 points. And then G1 and G2 are going to similarly attack. That will be a absolute miss, and a nat 20. So
Can't do anything about nat 20.
yeah, 17 points.
I'm gonna half it.
Sounds good. And then the last one's going to attack twice, and that's a 2 and a 3. So neither of those hit. Franz, it is your turn now.
Let's murk this G3. Bonus action aim, boom blade.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is a crit.
Sounds good.
Okay, so it's going to be a lot of juicy damage. Give me 1 minute. I'm just going to use Google for this. God damn it. That's going to be 76 points of damage.
All right, they are down.
Damn.
Okay. Do you do any?
68.
Yep.
Fuck.
And G4 is going to attack. That will be a 23 and a 18.
Yeah, I'm going to use a shield.
Sounds good. And then they are going to bonus action Healing Word G3 for not much, but it's something. And then the other ones are going to attack as well, doing the same thing. I know your AC is now 25. First one hits, second one misses with a 22. For G3. That will be a 27 and a 17. And then G3 stands up. And then that's going to be a crit and a miss. So that's 3 hits. And a crit, I think. Or was that 2 hits and a crit?
I counted 2 hits and a crit.
Yep, sorry. So 1 second. I'm just going to add it all up between the 3 of them. So that's 33 damage. The crit was 16 of that. So if you wanted to subtract 8, but that would be your reaction.
I already used my reaction for shield.
Right. Okay, so 33 points of damage.
So close to being down.
Yep. It's your turn. What do you do?
Taking this motherfucker down with me.
Sounds good.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
That will hit him.
Oh,
You don't have to roll. Like, he has 5 HP, so he is now down. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
yeah, I want to use my bonus action to could bonus action attack him.
The one that's down?
Uh-huh.
Sounds good. So roll with advantage.
It's gonna be a 25.
All right. Yep. So you force 2 death fails on him. And the one next to him looks furious at you for doing that. And he is going to attack twice on you. That is going to be a 27 and a 28 with that.
That's it.
And bonus action heal the other one. So that's going to be... Math is hard. 14 points of damage.
I'm down.
All right. We are going to pause on that there. And we're going to go back to the others. I'm in the mood to finish this and not have a discussion. Are you okay with doing that today?
We did plan out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. It would be nice to be able to actually...
Yeah. I agree. So, 1 second. We're going to
I think I might blow my inspiration. Wait, can I use your inspiration on my initiative roll, Leia?
I mean, is it considered an ability check?
I think so, because the Bard's Jack of all Trades allows you to... You get that bonus to initiative.
I mean, I think so. I guess that would be kind of like a Kelly thing, but I think so.
I'm fine with that.
Oh wait, cool. It's just because I might want it's either I want to go first so I can wall of force, or go early so I can wall of force. So it's just a couple things that we did, Kelly.
Yeah.
Right before entering the arena, because this is something that's not like casting T-Rex. I'm just gonna mirror image myself. That lasts for a minute. It's not concentration. I just want to throw that up.
Yeah.
At the start. That's okay. And then I drank a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Leia did her fighting spirit and gave both of us bardic inspiration.
I also have Shield of Faith up right now.
Nice. Yep.
So,
and give me 1 second. I'm just popping the others over. So you enter the arena.
holy crap! Why are they so big?
Because they are also T-Rexes.
No.
You're not the only one with polymorph.
Why did I give Faye polymorph? I didn't.
You
Faye
did
doesn't
it?
know polymorph.
1 second. Then I'm an idiot. I thought that she had it. I'm sorry. Then it's just Hanai.
Yeah, that's right.
So, whatever. It's just so rare
I mean,
for a fucking...
then she couldn't counterspell us, so I guess that wouldn't be the end of the world.
So then, 1 second. That's my mistake. I thought that we were going to have just a huge dino fight. But no, just Hanai is the only one polymorphed right now.
Okay. I give everyone this idea.
Well, no, that's what happened. Like, all the spellcasters are like, oh, I can do this now? And just so you know, their names are the Lady Flame is Faye. Hanai went hard in the paint for like the bard and the tiefling horns, so she is the horny bard. And Tenzin's name is Tired Old Man.
Okay. Okay.
And she's not usually like a flirtatious sort. It's just she's playing it up
That's
for.
why, I
Yeah.
was actually kind of surprised, like, oh, Hanaya was like like I said, librarian bookworm. That's the vibe I got from Hanai.
Yeah, no, she just this is just totally a persona where she's just like playing for the night. But it's just a pun that she has horns. Let's roll for initiative.
Okay.
It's gonna be an 18, Kelly.
Sounds good.
And then I'll decide about the bardic inspiration. All right, so I rolled an 8. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the inspiration Kelly gave me to re-roll my initiative roll. 17 natural, so that's an 18. I'll just keep that. I'll keep my inspiration from you. I'll keep that for now.
And then
in my back pocket. Good use of my inspirations. The crowd really gets me going. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. And narrative consonance with consistence, narrative concord with how we got the inspiration in the first place.
So Faye gets the jump.
Oh, that bitch.
Yup.
Oh, we are also 45 feet away from each other, Kelly.
That is.
Sorry, that was an explicit thing we planned was to be far apart so that
5,
fireball
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Or like silence or any of the other things that have a 40-foot
Yep.
diameter.
And Faye is going
I'm
to.
no longer huge.
Oh, I thought that. Sorry. 1 second.
Nope, not a T-Rex because we got to get those counter spells for Faye, yo.
Yep.
Oh, but I need to be like within. What's the range of counter spell?
60 feet.
Make sure I'm 60 feet with. Nor would be smart enough to be within 60 feet, right? To be within counter spell range.
Yep. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This is fine, because you're...
Yep.
Yeah. Because you don't have to be 50, 60 exactly. Alright, so first up is Faye, and she is going to start casting a spell.
Counter spell.
Alright, give me an ability check.
Alright. So that's just a d20. I add the +5. So that's a 14.
That just beats it.
Okay. I was gonna bardic inspiration if it didn't.
Yep.
All right. So.
Yep.
I'm gonna wag my finger. I think, if I recall, counterspell is just somatic. So that's my counterspell. Is I just wag my finger at the spellcaster, like, not this time.
Sounds
right.
good. Next up
Cast that.
is Ash.
Oh, Ash went before me.
Yep. Because you got a 17. And he got an... Oh, sorry. And he got an 18.
I got the 18.
Oh, then Ash got the 17?
I thought. I know I got the 18.
Shoot, I'm freaking... I have to... Anyway, we both got 18.
Okay.
Oh. Let me go first?
Yeah, I mean, I was in the middle of saying while muted that I was going to defer my turn until after. Anyway, because we had talked about it, so...
Sounds good. Then it is now Nor's turn.
All right, so I'm going to walk up. I do get my reaction back at the start of my turn. I just want to say that before anything happens.
Yep.
I'm going to walk up and cast 5th level. I don't even need to walk up. It's got a bigger range than Counterspell. I'm going to cast Wall of Force. It's a 10-foot radius.
How far is the range on this? Like, are you counterspellable?
120 feet.
Are you going to do it though?
Have asked. Can I get more than 60 feet away?
You can.
Wall of Force is 120 feet, so I'm just gonna back up to 65 feet.
And
I'm gonna give Faye a little smirk, and I'm just going to what's the components for Wall of Force? I pinch some crushed gemstone in my hand, and I like cast it out, and you see me like throw out like a little miniature wall of force sphere in my hands, because that's me concentrating on the spell, while a big wall of force, 10 foot in radius, traps both Faye and Tenzin inside of it.
Let's see. Yup, you get the two of them.
Didn't have to blow a bunch of spell slots. All right, cast wall of force.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a circle. I know that this isn't 10 foot exactly, but oh wait, 1 second,
Yeah.
I gotta do
I
this.
just looked at like what's the center point between them, and it's like they're about 7 feet away from each other. So I figured that the wall of force would be able to definitely get both of them.
Yeah, but the point is they're both in it. Sounds good. Next up is Ash.
Awesome. Okay. Oh gosh, where am I? I'm over here.
You are.
Am I in the middle
5,
or on the
10.
edge?
You're in the middle. You're this dude right here.
Okay, so I can get to H, right?
5, 10,
Since
15,
we did have a bunch
20,
of time to
25.
plan as
Yeah.
characters, I would just say that I'm assuming that my character would have known that they were polymorphing. Like I would have heard other T-Rex roars and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nor would have let you know that she knows dispel magic, which will literally, like, I cast dispel magic and it's gone. So right now it might be better to just avoid the T-Rex until my next turn.
Well, I can't do anything then, right?
You could prepare an action to strike it when it gets close, or you could dodge action and so it doesn't hit you.
So I can't prepare an action because that action would just be negated because you're the start of your next turn. So I'd have to do something.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you want to go punch it, that's fine. What I'm saying is that I'm gonna try to just dispel the form on my next turn.
Sure. I don't know. Bleh. Sure, like, I guess what he's gonna do is he's gonna do, I don't know. If I do a performance for the crowd to get over there and then not actually, like, do anything, can that get us any types of advantage, or no?
Sorry, one more time?
If I spend my action doing a performance for the crowd as I, like, kind of make my way over the T-Rex.
That would be your action, but you could move your way over.
Right, but would it give us any kind of advantage?
I would say, the thing that we talked about yesterday or last week, that's something that you could do, where you use a bardic.
Sure, let's try it.
Do you want to get in melee range?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, so that performance is, well, I mean, I technically, yeah, okay. That performance is gonna be a 34.
Yep. Yeah, you make it so that their next saving throw has disadvantage.
Nice. Will that carry over if we drop them out of the dinosaur?
1 second. I'm just trying to find something. Okay. What do you mean by that?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's keep things moving.
Sorry, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot to juggle, yeah.
Yeah. Next up is Tenzin, who looks at you, Nor, and it's rare that he's been like, rude, because ever since he became whole, he's more of a mellow guy. But he does give you a smile and raises his middle finger at you and casts Misty Step. And ends
can I
up
get him out?
5, yep, 10, 15, 20. And that's his bonus action. I double checked that one. That's why I was like,
you can teleport out of a wall of force, right? It only blocks physical things.
Yep, so let me just mark that off. And then what he is going to do, I mean, luckily he used his bonus action, so he can't do the other thing that he wants to do. And he is going to make 2 attacks at Ash. 1 second. So, wow, that's double 3s. So he's a little winded right now. But that is his turn as he Misty steps out and just whiffs it. And then next up is T-Rex Hanai, who is going to attempt to bite Ash. And that will be a 22 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yes.
Hey! Beautiful.
I imagine like it goes down and then like right as it's about to chomp you, like this holy shield like gets right in between its teeth and like it can't get its mouth fully closed.
And then she is going to stomp over. You could take an AOO Ash. But I checked it's 50 feet of movement, and she's going to attempt to tail attack you.
Yeah,
but let's just.
Over and tries to tail attack me.
Yeah, but Ash, do you want to use your reaction
Yes,
to? All right.
I fucking do. Because
Go for it.
that was a fucking crit, dude.
Nice.
Not that it matters, but like, it's still beautiful.
Has the T-Rex taken damage up until this point?
Yes.
I may not dispel it now. I may have to.
44.
Nice. Nice.
Well, we're just gonna take off the top of this T-Rex.
Yep. So she has to beat a 22 con check to keep that up, and she did not. So she gets.
So she loses the 50 feet of movement, right?
Yeah, she only gets 30. But now that.
Really funny.
And she's already used her action to bite at.
Yeah, I'm just going back. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go.
I just like you cut it like in the leg and like you just see like the whole like it's like it's like they like are suddenly like in the middle of the air because it's like this huge creature, right?
So
like, boom, they just fall onto the ground.
What just happened is I had the entire crowd boo these people. And then swiped at her haunches and just like took her out. Don't even have to waste a spell slot, yo.
That's great.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Next up is Faye's turn, and she also smiles at you, Nor.
I gave Faye the easiest way to get out of this.
Did you? I don't. 1 second.
6
Oh yeah.
Does she still have one?
She does. But she's gonna do something different right now. I need a wisdom save out of you.
Out of me?
Yep, this spell has a range of 1 second. Wall of Force, can stuff be cast through? Nothing can physically pass. So she is trying to do dominate a hold monster. Choose a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Yeah,
so
you just choose the creature, right? So
yeah.
I think that's fair. So do I can roll, and do I have to do the Bardic Inspiration with the roll, or can I do it after I see the roll?
After the roll, before I announce it.
Yep.
Okay. So I normally have +7. I roll a 15, 22. So I don't think I need it. So.
Yep. You are good.
I shake my finger again, but this time not the counterspell version of shaking my finger.
Yep, it is now your turn.
Okay, so she's still stuck in there, and if she wants to get out, she's gonna have to disintegrate.
Yep, she's just trying to avoid.
Hanai is right in front of me. Let's see. I probably want to hold the Wall of Force for now. So probably don't want to cast anything like that. I am going. So would Hypnotic Pattern go through the Wall of Force? No, because that's a cube within range, right? That's not selecting a creature. So I would say yeah, it doesn't. But they both have disadvantage on this, and that is Faye's weakest thing is Wisdom save. I'm gonna drop Wall of Force and throw a Hypnotic Pattern on Tenzin and Faye.
That would also get Ash.
hypnotic pattern is creatures you choose within range, right?
Each creature in the area who sees the pattern. So it would include.
No, okay, I won't
I
do
mean,
that.
don't worry about Ash. Wisdom is not bad for him. He would.
I'm gonna
It's
rush.
gonna be fine.
I'm gonna rush forward, and I'm just gonna throw out a second level blindness deafness on Tenzin. He has to make a
Wait, 5, 10,
Constitution
15,
saving throw.
20.
Oh wait, maybe is this my mass suggestion turn?
5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, this is the mass suggestion. I'm gonna rush forward, and I'm gonna just do a mass suggestion.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna say. What did I suggest? Friends, don't fight. Lay down your arms and take a cat nap.
All right. So, Faye, disadvantage. Well, that turned a 20 into a 4. Tenzin, disadvantage. That turned another 20-something into... oh, wait. Nope, he can only do that for himself. So it's still a fail with a 15, I imagine.
Okay.
And then Hanai... She passes, though, with... it's over 20. 21.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye 6th level spell slot. But those two are cat napping.
Yep. So now it is Ash's turn.
Alright, well, Hanai's within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
Cool.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Alright, that's gonna be 21,
That will hit.
22, 21.
All 3 hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Bowie.
$42 points on a very good friend.
Oh, right. 1 second. 86. She is still in T-Rex form, but the T-Rex is looking fucking rough.
Wait, I thought that she
Oh, no,
wasn't.
no, she's not. I'm an idiot. So you said 46. That's on her, not on the...
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Spells
okay.
are flying. Concentration
Yeah.
is being dropped. Life is just tough, man.
Yep.
Also, I love that Faye is you can see how much Nor respects Faye. She has her in a wall of force.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, and why don't you just let's magically influence you to give up fighting for a little bit? Like, I don't want to see.
Yep. Hanai is up now. And what is she going to do?
Attack me, baby.
She doesn't have a lot of stuff, though, for that, unfortunately.
I mean, I have mirror image up, so I just want to be attacked.
1 second.
And I have a lot of... As I think I told this to just Leia, but I have we call the first level spell slots shield slots.
She'd also have to leave my presence
Yeah.
to attack
no,
you, I think.
She could be in between us, right?
I don't think so. I think
But-
there's 10...
It doesn't matter either way. She's going down.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I know she could.
I know what she's gonna do. All right, so she is going to.
Get his counter charm.
She does not actually. But she does.
She's not even level 6.
She does. She just didn't take that one. Does she have counter charm as a bard?
All bards get counter.
I mean,
charm.
all bards
Oh.
have counter charm.
Got it. I'm sorry. This is friendly creatures within 30 feet.
As an action.
Yep.
you can start
No, that
performing.
is. Yep. So what she is going to do is.
It won't help here though.
How come?
So it's the creatures have advantage on them.
Oh, yeah.
but
Then
they
she's
are
not going to.
already charmed, so it's not. It would have no effect.
Yeah, so then what she is going to do is cast polymorph on herself again.
Oh, she's not counterspelled.
And then she is going to respond with temporal shut. I need a shunt. I need a wisdom saving throw.
That's okay.
If that fails, I'm going to counterspell. What is temporal shunt though? I don't know
It's
what that is.
1 second. You target the triggering creature, which is when they make an attack roll or starts to cast a spell, which must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or vanish, being thrown into another point in time and causing the attack to miss and the spell to be wasted. At the start of its next turn, the target reappears where it was or in the closest occupied space.
That's
Right.
neat. That's
Yep.
a
I
really cool
used
spell.
Yeah.
my the bardic inspiration I had on myself, but that is a 21.
Okay, so that just barely passes, and
Yep.
good thing you
Just
use that.
barely, Hanai. What the fuck? What are you, Hanai?
She's good. You hired her. Um, and next up is Faye, who sees. Oh no, wait, she's still charmed. And this is a save or suck. So
Yep,
it is
so
now
she just lies down.
your
And I
turn.
told them to discard their arms too.
Yep,
Right? So
it's
they
on
like
the.
they throw their blade and go to sleep.
Yep, it is now Northern Ash.
Like even though Nora's been like this whole time, she's been like in this like pumped up fighter like persona. Like now that she's like fighting her friends, like Nora is coming back through, and she's like,
Oh, sorry.
sorry, and I'm gonna throw out a firebolt at Hanai.
Uh huh.
That's a nat 16 25.
That will hit her.
Okay, so this is 3d10. So that'll do 15 damage.
Sounds good.
So I kind of point my finger and shoot out a little bolt of fire, smashing her in the back of the shoulder.
Nice.
And I just kind of give her like a.
I love it. Ash, it is your turn now.
I'm going.
Go ahead. Are you gonna move?
I will move in between Hanai and
Tenzin?
Tenzin, yeah.
Okay. All right. Ash,
All right, that's
do the first two.
Do
Because
the first two first. Okay.
yeah,
All right, so that's a 21 and a 16.
16 does not hit.
Okay. So it's 16 points.
All right, she's still up.
All right, so one more is a 26.
That will hit.
It's a little sad. It's gonna be for 10.
That is exact.
Nice.
All right, she is down.
So does this count as everyone being down? There? Like, Ash is gonna kind of turn towards the ref and be like, eh?
They shake their head because I mean, you got that spell only lasts what, a minute?
Mass suggestion? No, that's mass suggestion, Kelly. They could be napping there for 8 hours, 24 hours.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
so Ash is just gonna like at that. Ash is just gonna kind of sit down and like pretend he's looking at his watch.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I thought that no. At that point when they're like napping, you know what? Do a performance check to the crowd because I mean they're here for a fight.
I know that as the DM you're not gonna let this happen, but can my character just check in on Hanai and like stabilize her and just kind of like maybe be like wrapping like some bandages on her or anything,
Oh yeah.
Sportsmanship.
Give
29,
me
Kelly, for that performance check.
Okay, so what you do, so like I mean the crowd was here for a battle, so like what Ash does is like he kind of does like some like not like crude, but like a showmanship way of like kind of showing that like we bested them, we got them, look at them, they're defeated, sort of thing.
Like kind of go up. If I poke them, does anything happen?
Uh
Or do they... How does mass
should be
suggestion?
fine because well, okay, technically it wouldn't last for 24 hours, but it depends on the DM's definition of these characters' definition of a catnap, because it says the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time the spell ends. But I told him to take like a cat nap, which I
Like,
imagine
not the
them
is,
spell.
don't
Like,
fight.
yeah. I imagine that you didn't mean like the spell. You meant like take a little cat nap. You know.
yeah, like go to sleep, like
Yeah. And so the crowd cheers, and the lizard folk and half orc woman are just going insane over this sort of, uh, come back from behind, the underdog and the under dinosaur. And the under dinosaur and their friend, and that might be a little like blow to Ash's ego just in the smallest way, but it's just
Not
like,
at
nah,
all.
it's better that way also, so that no one remembers me. They
Look,
remember
we've
the
got
dinosaur.
the Pumpkin King and the King of the Dinosaurs. It's fine.
Yup. So go
can
ahead.
I walk over once the fight is won, right?
Yes.
I will. Can I walk over, um, like pick up, like drop the wall of force? Which how long does that last, by the way? 10 minutes. 10
Yeah.
minutes. So it was yeah. So the wall of force is still up, and I'll walk over and I'll kind of wake them up, which might require me to just kind of like poke them with the staff and do 1 damage because damage does drop the
Yeah.
last suggestion. And I'll like kind of pick up Faye, and I'll like lift my mask and give her like a peck on the cheek, and then I'll put it back on. As I don't even look like myself, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if somebody sees me.
Yeah, and I mean, she didn't take any damage that combat. She's a little salty, just like, God damn it, I really wanted that one. But she'll sigh and give you a hug, and she'll go, "Good job, good job."
Good game.
So is Franz okay?
No clue.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll meet you outside, cause winners and the spoils and all that. Um, we'll catch up at the I'll just and she'll say like a place where you meet for the sewers to go back. Um,
When I gave her that kiss,
mhm.
I also cast telepathic bond. Right.
Yes, I was about to
Um,
say.
and so this is the action version, so it does cost me a spell slot.
Yep.
And I'm now I'll have a telepathic bond between all of us who are here in the arena. So me,
Nice.
I don't know, just me, Faye, and Ash.
Sounds good. Um, and so she will kind of go reach into her pocket and pull out what's it called? Those little like breakfast bar type things. It's just kind of like like a snack essentially. And she'll go, "You just in case you're hungry," and pass it over to you. And she'll have another one for Ash as well. It's kind of like the aunt that always has treats in her pocket, and usually the kids will go run it up to her for it as well because she'll always have something. And you'll split ways, and I'm just gonna fast track this a little bit.
All right.
You go back into the room that you were originally in, waiting for the fight. You are given a very nice meal to have, and potions to heal up, and
Should I heal the full?
yeah, you or not so much. Yeah, you know what? They'll have potions because they make enough money off of it that they would spare some. So, just for flavor, you can heal up to full with the treatment that you get from the place. The goblin will not be there, but there is a note when the prize is finally delivered to you. You get a safe and a letter in an envelope that has the combination to the safe. And they instruct you to not open it until you are somewhere safe and secure. They will provide security to pretty much from here to the outside entrance. There's like 10 different ways you could get in to here from the docks, so they'll get you to one of those places, but beyond that, you're on your own. And then they will say, you might want to open the second letter as well. And he will pass over a bag that has all of Franz's things in it. And you recognize it as Franz's bag.
What does the letter say?
Which one?
The
second
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 letter.
one. It has an address on it, and it says, "You can find him here. If he steps place in here again, he is dead."
The
I
goblin's
mean,
not here.
Goblin is not here. It's a it's an orc guard who looks a little
okay, so
bit
All right. Are
worn,
we
but
adventuring
Ash,
tomorrow in the
what?
game? In the game tomorrow, are we adventuring?
you don't have any plans necessarily, but I mean, you imagine that, you don't even know what this thing that you got is.
All right.
But
Yeah, I just don't want to forget this, but let's just say next week early in the morning, I'd send a set, or tomorrow early in the morning when I have my spell slots back, I prepare sending, and I'm gonna send to the goblin thanking him for his leniency.
word.
I Ash will ask the half orc, does he require a pickup or can he leave on his own accord?
He's probably going to need help.
Well, because he's hurt or because you'll stop him?
Sorry, what do you mean by the why the stop him bit?
So, I mean, like, the question is he free to leave?
Oh, he's free to leave, but he's a bit tied up at the moment.
So Ash is just like, he can take care of himself and get himself out of his own messes this time. I told him I wouldn't clean it up, and I'm not going to.
Nora kind of looks at him and she says, "Did like she struggles to speak for a moment. Did you leave him with other people?"
No, he's in a place that we have confirmed to be abandoned. I doubt that if he makes noise, people will find him.
And how did? Okay, if there were people with him, they could be dead. That's all.
He very nearly escaped. But when it's that many people against one child, well, it's rare that the odds go in their favor.
I'm gonna go ahead and
And
take
he actually will look at you and go, "He is not a good person.
No.
When our friend was down, he tried to murder them."
I'm sorry.
Gosh, I was really hoping that Ash was not going to learn that.
Sorry.
Um,
Sorry.
I mean, no, I mean, it's he did it. It's not, that's not your fault.
Can just as a little thing, the note with the combination.
Mm-hmm.
Nora's gonna try to memorize the conversation, but I'm gonna cast Illustrious Script.
So it
And,
changes.
And what I'm gonna do is I'll just write not even a different combination. I'm just gonna cover it in black ink, and then you and creatures you designate when you cast a spell, the writing appears normal. All right, to you and any creatures you designate when you cast a spell, the writing appears normal, written in your hand, and conveys whatever you mean. To all others, the writing appears as if written in an unknown magical script and is unintelligible. Oh, never mind. I don't know how I would use Illustrator Script. I was thinking that I would just paint it over black and then only designate Ash to be able to read it. Like,
well,
like
I mean, like we could rewrite the combination and the stuff on the letter, and you then use the illustrator script and then burn it. Yeah, that's
So
what
Yeah.
that's what Ash would.
I'll write
So
on a
Ash
new
would
sheet
be
of
going to
paper.
do that, and then you pull out the components for illusory script, and he's like, oh, okay, cool, and we'll let you do it because that's what he literally we're on the same wavelength right there.
Nice.
So
I'll do that and hand you the piece of paper, and I'll just say, I'll go check up on Franz.
why?
I worry a lot.
You'll be fine. He needs to be able to take care of himself. We need to stop
Can you
picking
make
up.
a persuasion check?
Do you want me to? That's my question. Do you want me to? Because I can.
Yeah, no, really. Like are you going to persuade Nor to drop it? Is the question.
Yeah. So that persuasion is a 24.
All right, Nor's not going to help.
All right. So you make your way back to what's it called? To your places. Franz, Roll me a d12.
I 3.
Okay. You wake up in the dead of night in a location that you do not recognize. It's a warehouse sort of environment, but you can tell that you are like in the basement. There are some windows that show that like barred windows that show that it's nighttime outside. You can hear the crash of the sea, and it's actually really loud. You are really close to the sea. You don't hear any people or any sort of chatter. You are currently bound with rope, kind of like tied up around your torso, and you are bound with your arms behind your back, um, also bound, wrapped around the torso, and also your legs are bound together. You only have a single dagger, or you only see a single dagger halfway across the room. You feel really fucking rough, and there is a constant ache in your like your left thigh, like kind of right in the middle, not too close to the knee, but just like right in the middle. And you look down and you notice that your pant leg have been sort of sliced away, like kind of crosswise, and like pulled back a bit, so that there, and you see a small scar in your leg, as if there was like some sort of surgical thing that happened, and they cut through the leg so as to keep your clothes on. You don't have your armor, you don't have anything on you besides your pants and your shirt. You are bootless. What do you do?
I'm gonna do the whole like finagling thing where like I try to like loop my arms over my feet so I can
Mm-hmm.
have my arms in front.
Yep. Give me a con check. Um, just because you're
16.
Yeah, your leg is really hurting you because even though they definitely made it as clean as possible, but it's just hurting. Sort of like after you get a shot and there's that like you're punched in the arm feeling, but you are able to get your arms in front.
Cool. And then I want to go for the dagger and like try to like cut the bindings off.
Yep. Give me a sleight of hand check just to see how long it takes.
That's going to be 19.
Yep. You make quick work of it. Eventually, you are able to cut your bindings. Where do you go?
I'm gonna try to dig out whatever it is they put in me.
Give me a. You. Here's the thing, Franz. With your like you are at like 0 HP essentially, or 1 HP pretty much. So if you were to cut yourself alone, you risk dying.
Risk worth taking.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Hell yeah. Ooh, that's an 18. What is my medicine?
And 18 on the die.
Yeah, but it's overall going to be a 21.
Okay. You are able to cut into yourself in a way that you do not take damage from it necessarily. Like you just kind of like you're very careful. Um, but you
I'm
are
probably
not.
howling, though.
I'm sorry?
Probably howling.
Yep. Uh, you do not find the thing.
Interesting. Do I get a sense of what they did down there then?
Um, Not really, unfortunately. Like you don't see anything. If you thought it was a tracking device, it doesn't seem to be something like that. Because a tracking device would have to be like a component or something large, something that um you, it's something different. But you're fairly confident that it's not tracking.
Okay. Okay. I think after this whole ordeal, pass out.
Sounds good. Uh, when do you think you would make your way back? I imagine like you sleep there, and when morning comes, what would your first course of action be once you're kind of ready to go?
So Kelly,
Yep.
Ash
Sorry.
would tell Tomas
Okay. At
um
the
when he
uh
got back um to the to his house. He would tell Tomas about Franz.
about the address,
Oh,
or
he
just
would.
would he?
I don't know that he would give Tomas the address because he really does believe that Franz needs to like learn a lesson. Um, but he would give him the whole story, including what the orc told him.
Okay. Um, Tomas, let me just see what he's feeling right now. Do we have time to go like another like 5-10 minutes, or are we looking to?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So Tomas definitely sympathizes with you, Ash. He does agree that this is wrong, and Franz should not have uh, someone. Uh, I agree with you. Um, I need to be there.
You'll be
I,
here when he gets here to take care of whatever it is that's wrong with him.
I, I won't help him. I just need to be close in case
You're
anything
terrible at sneaking.
happens. It doesn't matter. He's even if he sees me, I won't do anything to help.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I mean, he'll give Tomas the address, but he's not going with him.
Sounds good. Tomas will thank you, um, and he'll. I'm sorry. Uh, I hope this doesn't feel like I'm undermining you.
Nope, it doesn't.
Okay. But I'm keeping my promise. I won't help him.
Ash just kind of gives him an eyebrow, like, I don't believe that for a second. However, he's not gonna say anything.
And when he sees the eyebrow, he was ready to leave. Like he was nervous, for Franz's sake. But when he sees that, he actually gets salty, and he'll put his hands on his hips and go, "When have I lied to you?"
I don't think you're lying to me. You
Well,
lie to yourself quite often, however.
you're not wrong, but you're wrong this time. And he will head out. I'm just gonna do a stealth check for him, because I mean he's not going out in full armor, so it's a little bit different than the usual. So
Sure.
in morning, Bowie, you need to stop chewing your dog bowl. This is not. I have to buy new dog bowls all the time because she just turns them into toys. Um,
Baby.
I know. So Franz, at what point do you get up?
I imagine it's like a good solid like 16-hour sleep.
Sounds good. So it's about noon when you awaken. What do you do?
Uh, I'm in the basement. You said.
Yep.
I guess I'll see if I can go upstairs.
Yeah, it is definitely an old abandoned warehouse at the edge of the sea. Um, it's kind of like an abandoned portion of the town, and you were able to make it upstairs and outside if you wish. No problem. You could do a history check to try and find out how to get to a place that you want to know, so that you can head back.
It's gonna be a 17.
Yep. So you are able to make your way to the sewers. What's your passive perception?
21.
All right. So
I don't go to the sewers quite yet. Like, where am I?
you're in the by the docks. You're not terribly far from where you were, where you entered to go into the arena. Um, but you are in the very western portion of Taizhou.
Okay.
So outside of the city walls as well. So you would have to make your way over to the sewers to get into Ash's sewer system and walk about an hour and a half to get back to kind of home. Is that what you would want to do?
I'm not sure exactly what Franz would do in this situation. So about like how far away would it be to home?
About 2 hours total from where you're at.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything around me that isn't abandoned?
Immediately, or well, once you are back to a place that you recognize, you are no longer in an abandoned portion of town.
Okay. Um, are there sailors around? Like docks and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anybody just like fishing, just like hanging out?
Yeah, there's a couple of people that are on break at this point, so they're having a smoke, leaning against one of the, like the ropes of the dock, hanging out.
Yeah, Franz would go up to them.
And the sailor will turn over and look to you. He's an older gentleman, he just reeks of fish. His clothes are dirty, but not like totally unpresentable. And he'll look you over and go, I ain't got money to spare, kid.
Don't want anything. Can I just bum a smoke?
That's wanting something, kid.
Can you bum it or not?
Will it get you out of my hair?
Absolutely.
And he'll give you the cigarette that he had been smoking and start lighting himself up another one.
Much obliged. What's your name, sir?
Greg.
Old Greg. Franz, nice to meet you.
Out of my hair, kid.
Well, from the looks of it, you ain't got much hair.
Are you looking to pick a fight?
I can go another round.
What do you want?
Just someone to talk to.
Ain't talking to me.
Well, anyways. Thanks for the cigarette.
Nah. And he makes a shooing motion at you.
Yeah.
Where do you go after that?
I think Franz would just kind of like fuck around on the docks for a while, like pick up stones, try to like skip them into the sea. I don't think he feels like any rush to go back or anything.
Sounds good. Tomas rolled pretty well on his stealth check. He got a dirty 20, so I'm gonna say like towards the end of like, you're probably meandering around for about an hour and a half before you kind of notice him, like he's got, a paper up, the newspaper up as he's sitting about, 20 yards away. But that's about it. He's not talking to you. He's not looking like he wants to talk to you. He's just there.
Yeah, I don't think Franz would engage with him if he notices him.
Yep. And that's how it would be for however long. Until Franz decides to go home.
I don't know if Franz would go home. I think Franz would try to beg for money.
All right. Oof, that's a hard one. I need to do Yeah, Tomas will not help. Though it was very fucking hard for him to not. Give me a persuasion check.
That is going to be an unnatural 20.
Yeah, you set up camp, put a actually you don't even have a hat. You find an abandoned hat to to put out. It's dirty,
My
it's
rat.
wet. Yeah, like it's gnarly. And you set up camp outside like a seaport tavern, and you're able to make 2 silver, worth of coppers by
Yo.
around dinner time.
I'm gonna head into the tavern.
Okay?
How much will 2 silver get me?
Get you dinner and an ale.
That sounds perfect.
All right. And you get that. And do you like spend the night like slumming it?
Oh yeah.
Sounds good. Out of curiosity, how long is Franz planning on keeping out? Because you also know that Joe is going to be expecting you to debrief. So you can choose to blow that off. I'm not sure if the party would send to Franz sometime during the day. But that is up to the party.
I think Franz would kind of just. He's just gonna slum it until someone comes and get him. I think that's what he would do. I think his pride is a bit too much for him to do it otherwise.
Sounds good. Would Ash or Nor send to Franz the next day?
Ashwood sending.
I was gonna make a will check to see if I was sending, but you can go ahead.
I will sending to Tomas and just double check that Franz is okay. And assuming that Tomas says, he's alive and shit.
Yup.
Like, Ash is not here to give in this time.
Yup. Yeah. And Tomas would just send back saying that he's safe, he's begging for money, I'm not helping him.
And he would also sending to Nor and just be like, Franz has been checked on, he's physically fine.
Alright.
Okay,
I know. They're currently, what's it called? Wrestling behind me. So, I guess the last thing to wrap up is at the end of the day, Joe will have one of the wizards that she has access to send to Franz that says, I don't know what the fuck you're drinking or what you're smoking, but you need to come back and debrief.
I mean, so...
That's sent to?
Sorry,
to Franz.
Ash would take the thing to Joe. Like, he wouldn't,
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I assume that part happened. Yeah, I assume that part happened, but she wants to debrief with all of you to sort of like kind of figure out what's going on with this.
So for sure, but Ash would talk to her about Franz and the fact that he's stepping out
Yep.
of this one, and that he thinks everyone should.
Yep.
Whether or not Joe would, but.
Yep, absolutely.
Franz would just send back one word: compromise.
Okay. I am going to have to figure out for next week, because Tomas is going to respect. Bowie, come on, you gotta stop that. Tomas is going to respect his promise to Ash, but Joe also is kind of in the same boat as Ash in a way, in the sense that, like, I mean, she does need Franz back, but she also, or actually, so she would respond back, then come back here and we will help you. Through the wizard.
And if can Franz respond to that?
Yeah.
And then Franz would say, I can't. I'm compromised. The guild will be compromised.
And then another sending. How are you compromised?
Blood magic.
And then she will say, go to the market where I found you, and we will help. Sounds good. Go ahead.
Just from Nora's perspective, it was like she was convinced by Ash to like let it be for the night, and then she got him sending the next morning that Franz is okay. So that's like Nora's like, okay, I'm gonna have to, and Nora's like, okay, well I guess it's back to teaching.
Yep.
So just so what Nora's doing, like that's Nora's MO. She thinks Franz is fine. She's gonna have a rude awakening possibly.
Yep. And then so we'll start off, and we'll say that the whole party will meet at the market, kind of incognito and all that stuff at the start of next session.
Oh, is Joe gonna tell us?
Yeah, sorry. She will let you know that Franz is compromised with some blood magic. She does not know how accurate the question, the claim is. But yeah. It's just you were all together. Would Ash put up would he say anything about it, or cuz I don't want to assume that.
What do you mean?
So if Joe says that Franz believes that he is compromised by blood magic, he does not believe it is safe for him to return, but he will be meeting us in so and so market.
I mean, Ash is like pretty convinced at this point that that's just like either he's convinced himself with anxiety that it's blood magic because he's like relatively sure the goblin would not like
Yeah.
Like this whatever it is a punishment for his actions.
You could send to the goblin if you would like. At that point, if you wanted to.
I did send to the goblin already today.
But you didn't ask what they did to Franz.
Well, I assume he responded though, so maybe he might have hinted at that or anything.
No. He would have just said like, "Oh, glad you got him back. Don't let him come back here."
Yeah, so Ash was sending to the goblin.
Okay. Asking what was done, and he would just say, protection from him from coming back here. It will do nothing unless he tries to cross our barrier again.
I mean, he's gonna send back and say just details.
Yep. And that's what you get. Essentially, they did a sort of magic to stop Franz from being able to enter the perimeter of that place. If he were to do that, then he does not give. He just says if he tries, it will be very bad. So you don't know what will happen, but you know that bad things will happen to Franz, either through the magic or from him being caught. But it will have no effect unless he attempts to go back there.
He will let Joe know that.
Sounds good.
And also, just so you know, Joe knows what she's walking into, right? Because, like, well,
Which bit?
That's what the goblin says he did to him.
Gotcha. And and do you have reason to believe that he would be telling any sort of lie with that?
No.
She would not tell Franz that. That's for next week. All right, GG everyone.
All right.
Thank you for staying the extra time.
It was good.
And I'm glad that we have that resolved so that I can actually prep for next week. Because I was like, "Fuck! What if what am I gonna do now? I don't know." So, yeah.
Hey, the twofer Like, think about how awesome that giving them all disadvantage on the checks, then me
Oh
master
no,
testing
that
them.
was
That was just monstrous.
that was
That was
really
beautiful,
clever.
though. That was really beautiful. I appreciate that. I appreciated Nora and Ash working together so well because they do, and it makes me happy.
Every like, cause we had that one adventure where we got the statue for Franz's birthday.
Yeah,
We just nailed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we come in clutch when we need to, which is fun. I think.
Yep, I really thought that the other ones were gonna get it and hold it over you. But nah, you
We had
like,
time to prep. It was
yep,
helpful.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, I think both Ash and Nora are pretty strategic people, so and they know those three pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they kind of knew how to like I think with the same powers, those three not knowing who they were could have done real damage.
Yep,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be fighting your friends and not your enemies.
Hmm.
I think I specifically told Leia, I was like, Faye has like a +1 wisdom save. That's all.
Wisdom
Yeah.
shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was really fun, and I'm glad that y'all invited the NPCs. Lucky and crew made it through the first 3 rounds, but then
Oh,
beefed it on the
nice. Good
4th.
job.
So
They beat on the 4th. That means they lost to Faye, Tenzin, and Hanai, right?
probably. So that would have been a fun
Yeah,
battle.
5 rounds. Yeah, that would have been semifinals, right? 4 teams left.
Yeah. So
I'm,
that
I'm
was
proud
fun.
of us. We did great. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. For fucking 2 people? Jesus.
Yeah.
And one of whom has no damage, right? So there's like no way for me to like just shut down, like.
I mean, you say no damage, but you were a fucking T-Rex. Like, that was
Yeah. Actually,
damage
never mind.
output.
I was knocking people out left and right. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I guess I'm not as non-violent as I thought, but I still like the role play of like not having any like disintegrates or fireballs or any like without it.
Right, yeah. I mean, I took 44 points of damage the entire time.
I took
Like-
all my damage in round 2 and no damage from that point forward.
Yo.
Which I think is funny because you were so worried about it.
Well, I lost half my health in round 2 of 5.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
the T-Rexes started coming into play, and it turns out you just don't take damage. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. You guys are
Okay.
awesome.
I'll
Thanks
catch you
for
guys later.
a Good day.
Bye.
I'm excited to
Bye.
see what happens next week.
I'm
Hey,
excited
Kelly,
and
do you have a
scared.
second?
Yeah, let me end the stream first.
Oh, ha. Thought